Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of the Stone and Hyper stream. Happy Halloween, you awesome motherfuckers. We got a
Happy
fun
Halloween. This is Hyperdrive from the Hyper Cave. I've lost a little weight since the last time you see me, but it's all good,
Just a little bit, man. You look pretty trim, in my opinion.
Shannon's got me on this crazy diet right now, and it's working pretty well, So I go at it. I go at it pretty hard. I'm taking it hard to the paint right now, but it's working. I'm glad you see the results.
Yeah, man. That keto diet works well, man.
Dude, it's crazy, right?
We got some people in chat already. We got Waso. What's up? What's up, buddy?
What's up, Waso?
We got Timbo Toys in the house. What's up, man?
Timbo. Oh, I got something to say about Timbo.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I usually some of my Treacho Shelf pickups are actually from Timbo. I'm gonna show off some of that tonight, and y'all get to see some of Timbo's awesome work.
Is that right? There we go. Nice, because I definitely would like to take a moment or two to talk about his first Rit Dye project, which came out sweet, man.
It looked fantastic, man. It looked really good.
Right. Yeah.
But y'all, we have a big episode. We have a brand new Commander Cody that actually came out for 10/17 Walmart exclusive. I'm a huge Commander Cody fan. He's my favorite clone of all time. Obviously, y'all know my name is Cody, so when I was a kid, that just was special to me. And we got some leaks to talk about as well. We have the Wolfman from Skeleton Crew, and honestly, a lot of other releases from Skeleton Crew, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. We also have a little bit of a look. There was a little bit of a leak of Kelnaka's lightsaber. So pretty excited to see that because of the show cancellation, they're not just throwing away all the figures right at first. So I'm pretty stoked that they're going to be coming through with the pipeline that Kelnaka was on. But yeah, we got a good bit to talk about, man.
Oh yeah. So what do you want to kick it off with first?
I was going to look through my notes real quick. Do you want to jump into our recent pickups, our treat shelf, or do you want to talk about some news and stuff?
I would like to, if I could make a recommendation, I would like to take a moment to congratulate Stoned on an absolutely friggin' epic first diorama piece. And I think it's worth maybe just chewing that fat for a minute and taking a look at it and going over the process. Yeah. And then maybe talking about Timbo's first Rit Dye project, because those are both noteworthy, definitely noteworthy.
So I'll just
what do you know? You just happen to have it there, do you?
Yeah, I had to go grab it off the shelf, man. So I guess we'll just go right into this Watto's Chop Shop here. This is our little segment where we talk about any kind of customs or dioramas or anything that we've been working on or messing with. And this was inspired by Hyperdrop Collections, my buddy. And I seen his Geonosis diorama, and I was just in awe of it. It really takes this ATTE it takes any figure or piece. If you want to put a Droideka on this, or even a Count Dooku with some battle, you can do anything with this. 3 3/4 inch, 6 inch, 172 inch scale, like this ATTE. And like I said, it just really takes any piece to a whole nother level, man. And if I can do this, anybody can. Mine is extremely simple. I like Hypers a lot better, to be honest with you, but I am pleased with how this came out. And so I do have a little video on it of my process that I went through achieving this. And I just had some red and brown paint and some glue and I kind of just followed Hyper. Hyper's got some tutorials online on his channel, and I just kind of followed those and just kind of did my own thing with it. So got some nice red and brown paint that I mixed up with some glue, and it just gave us a nice base coat. These little pieces here are actually paper mache rocks, and I thought that was just ingenious of Hyper. I seen that on his, and I was like, that I have to try that. It just looks like so much fun. But you can just have fun with it, man. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. It's just fun. And he was all the texture and everything that he made and just all the depth he gave it. I just really enjoyed it. And I was like, man, he was using orange peel granules or lemon peel granules. And I was like, man, a little bit pricey a little bit more than what I wanted to spend on it. And my wife was like, well, we have some sunflower seeds up in the cabinet. you could just chop those up real good, and I was like, that's a genius idea, babe. So that is actually what these little specks are. They're just chopped up sunflower seed, and you just get creative, man. Like what Hyper says on his channel, you just use whatever you have in your cabinet. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it was just really a lot of fun. And to get the startup cost, all in all, to get the hot wire cutter and all that, obviously Hyper's been doing his customs and stuff like that a little bit, so he's got a little more of an array of tools. But the startup cost was probably around like $45-50 to get the foam, the paint, and the hot wire cutter and stuff like that, or the hot wire foam cutter, I mean. But just an extremely fun project, and like I said, it just takes any piece to a whole nother level, man. You know, it's just very, very cool. But,
well, I just wanted to address the comments for a minute. You got a lot of guys saying it looks awesome, and I would agree. Why so? Brian, Timbo, everybody's like, damn, that looks good, and it does. It really does, man.
Thank you all.
I mean, it's a hell of a. You can't tell me that's a first effort. It looks like you've been doing it a long time, man. Seriously.
Thank you so much,
Timbo, thank you. I appreciate the tutorial shout out. I got a lot more coming, and once I get my kitchen back up and running, I promise you I'll get back to it. And but to that point, so if you haven't gone to Timbo's page, Timbo Toys, he did an incredible R5 droid, and he Rit dyed it.
Yes, he did.
And we were kind of going back and forth, and he was saying, "Hey, how come my Rit dye isn't working?" And I said, "You got to use the synthetic." And he realized he had bought the wrong stuff, and then he went and bought the synthetic, and he had staggering results. I would say that they're staggering results. And you know, the thing is, you know, the tutorials that I'm doing, I'm trying to make it so that, you know, they're certainly not perfect or anything, but if you just take those basic concepts, you're gonna look like a pro, like right off the bat, whether you do the synthetic Rit dye or the diorama with the simple ingredients. Like, it doesn't take much to make it look really, really good. So I'm just so happy that it's all about sharing, man. And I've already, Timbo knows, I talked to him about it, and I'm gonna actually learn from some of his techniques. He's got weathering down to a science. You know, I really like what he's done.
Yeah, man.
And as well as Why So Serious has done some really nice stuff too. You know, and everybody is out there. You know, it's a give and take, and so I'm so happy to see that a couple of people have tried the tutorials and that they're working, you know, so that's rad. That's what it's all about, you know?
Yeah. Already 499 that was a very awesome job. And it's kind of getting into the community here. And obviously yourself, Hyper, you've influenced me a lot as far as customs go and everything like that. But seeing Wasos and Timbos, it really gets your mind going, especially when you start delving into it. There's just there's a lot out there. There's some creative people out there, man.
Well, you know, so I'm a little bit stunted as to what I can do right now, because obviously, like I said, I'm without half of my house, but I have been, I think some of you have seen this gigantic box of stuff that I got from my good buddy Dave, and supposedly Dave's going to stop by tonight and be in the chat. I hope he does. But at any rate, I got an AT-AT walker from him. An AT-AT walker from '97. Like, I couldn't believe it. And one of the things that I can get to right now for my chop shop is I've got my dios and customs on hold, so I'm going to do some restorations. And I just launched a video a couple of hours ago. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it or not, but I've already started the restoration on the AT-AT walker. And I was able to order some parts and pieces. I got the canopy, so it's no longer a drop top or a convertible. It's now got the full on, got that. And then I was able to pick up, these are actually original parts. These are not repros or 3D prints. And Stone and I were talking about how, you know, there's something just charming about the activation and the levers and the switches. And like, that's old school fun right there. Like, that's just, I love it. And I really want to make sure that these things don't get lost to time, you know, and so I'm going to restore this. And we're going to de-yellow it. We've got some yellowing on the legs and things. I'm going to, if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you how to do that. That's kind of a fun thing to do. And then we're going to also take the electronics. We're going to take the electronics out. We're going to clean them up, solder them back together. We're going to clean it with a little bit of white vinegar, get those back up and running. So I just can't believe I was gifted this, and you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just talk about something out of the blue, something awesome. That's going down right there. That is also my Bantha bargain of the month. We're just getting that out of the way right now, right? Like here it is. So you don't just have a AT-AT Walker fall out of the sky every day. So that's mine. But anywho, so Stone, are you gonna do another? Are you gonna do another one? You gonna do another Dio?
I definitely am, man. I was kind of picking your brain about this because I was looking in the cabinet and I seen some onion powder. And I was like, man, that looks like it could be some sand on Tatooine. And then it just started getting in my head. I was like, man, I would really love to do a Tatooine diorama and like maybe put the Sith infiltrator, the Shimtar, whatever it's called, Darth Maul's starship. I thought that would just be really cool. Or even hell, just putting like little Annie and Qui-Gon with the blood fin on it. I think that would look absolutely epic, man.
Be awesome. Yeah. I'd love to see what you do with that. Hi, Curtis. Welcome, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The speeder. Did it come with a speeder? So this particular AT-AT is the 97. It does not come with a speeder. The big, huge AT-AT. I have that one from like, what was it, 2010? And I have one of those complete. It's missing one launch missile thing, but it does have that speeder. But this one is the 97 AT-AT. So it's the exact same size as the old Kenner AT-AT. And it just has some upgraded electronics and things. So, but no, it does not come with a speeder. But anywho, all right. So yeah, so you're gonna do a Tatooine one. All right, I'll get one going myself and see what we can do with that. So real sand. Yes, you can use real sand, Cody. Why? So saying just don't use fake sand. Just use real sand.
It's funny that you say that because I was just thinking like, yeah, just get some like regular play sand because you can get a 50-pound bag from Home Depot for like $7.
Yeah, true. Right.
I have a 100-pound sand bag that I train with in my backyard. Just 100 pounds of sand. I just pick it up and do different exercises with it and stuff. But yeah, I got 2 bags of that for like $14. So that's actually be way better than trying to mess with that. You know why? So my brain was just going. He had me in the spice cabinet. So I was like, man, this is like a bunch of stuff in here I could do shit with.
No dead Dax figure, unfortunately. I wish they did such a thing, but no. I'd love to have a dead Dax. That's a great Black Series recommendation right there, though.
Yeah, we actually do have a Dax figure. It just comes with the snow speeder, right?
Right. That's the live version, but maybe they could do like a Dak Unleashed and just have him dead in the package. That'd be a great one, actually. So
hell yeah, dude.
So shit. All right, so tell me what have you picked up recently? What are your bargains of the month since last time?
Okay, man. So as far as bargains go, man, to kind of just get into it, I guess well, you know what?
Hey,
I'll use one of my recent pickups. I'll just go ahead and show it, and then I'll show it again later. But I just recently started really getting into NECA, and I feel like for $35, man, the amount he comes with 8 accessories, an alternate head that's with the helmet. He comes with this mask, just the helmet, and then he's got like a whole skeleton head attached with the spine vertebrae. He comes with 8 different accessories, the shoulder mount cannon. I don't have it all. It's all in my accessory bag, but I just feel like for $35, the amount of alternate hands, the amount of paint and sculpting that's on this figure is just absolutely insane. Like all these dreads, dude, every single one up underneath, like if you just move them, every single one is painted pretty damn clean. Every little like band is painted so very nicely. And then even all the netting on his skin, oh shit. All the netting on his skin is sculpted on, and then it's painted. So it just gives it so much more of a real effect. It's not just painted on. But I just absolutely love this figure. Me and my brother grew up watching the old school '87 Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I was just blown away. My first ever NECA figure, Hyper, you know this because you picked it up not long after I did my review on it, but it was the Last Ronin. TNT, and that was my first introduction to legit NECA. But this figure here, I was just absolutely blown away with just the attention to detail and the amount of sculpting and paint. Now, I will say I was a little bummed out because you can't really get this figure into a very super. Maybe it's just me. I'm not that great at posing, but NECA is a little bit limited with the articulation. Just with all his armor, man, the shoulders are just, there's not a whole lot going on, but really, he's so aesthetically pleasing. He can just stand on the shelf. He doesn't need to be super articulated, but I think it looks great. His little dew claw here, I just love the paint. Is just so clean all over this figure. The toenails, all the texture and extra washes it has. I'm just extremely impressed with this figure, man.
So I'm actually going to do a video on my NECA Predator collection soon. So stand by if you like that, because I've been collecting those for a while. I love those figures, man. I love them.
I've seen,
and everybody in the chat likes them too. So
yeah, I've seen. Oh, let me go back and check chat.
Oh, by the way, Curtis. So Curtis Miles, yes, decorative white sand does make awesome snow, and absolutely, if you go to a hobby store and you buy like white sparkly crystals, like for glitter, almost like glitter, but they have like a real fine glitter there. I've added that to the white sand, and it makes an incredible snow, and it's awesome. So that's a very good tip. Yes, for sure. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple. This is the Jungle Hunter version. So this, like I said, the 87, the OG version, but I've seen a couple of the other ones. I think it's called the Predator Elder. There's a bunch of different paint jobs out in other Predators that I've seen that are pretty phenomenal looking. But I've seen that with my wife at Target, and I just had to pick it up, man. For $35 and the amount of paint and sculpting that's on this. And like I know we always talk about in the Black Series community that we want extra alt hands and stuff like that because it just takes – it can change the vibe for a figure. But Star Wars licensing for toys is just a lot different than anything else, even Predator. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars licensing is just another level, man.
So I've got I think I've got 12 of them in the collection, and
good God,
my favorite one I will show at the video. But
yeah, man,
this is another one that I absolutely. This is the one. This is the one. I think this is the one that lights up, but it's actually got a mask, and the eyes on the mask light up.
No way.
And if you can get that one is a really, really awesome one to have, because you can put it in your room, you can put it in a dark room, and the Predator eyes just glow. Yeah, and there's no light pollution from it. It's just pure eyes that glow. It is so awesome.
Yeah,
it's really awesome. And if you put another figure next to it, like I sometimes display them with my GI Joes, and then you've got this really cool look, So yeah, man, those figures are awesome. But the one with the light up effect eyes, you get that one next. That one you're gonna love it.
I'll have to. I'll keep my eye out on that, man, because that's bad. I didn't, like I said, I'm very new to NECA. I only have 2 figures, so.
So yeah, so absolutely. Why? So you got it. I'll do a tour of my Predator collection. I only have the NECAs. I do have some of the actually a couple of years ago, me and my buddy Dave, the guy who gave me the AT-AT Walker, we were back into the Kenner Predators, and we were picking up Kenner Predators, the vintage ones, which are really stylized but pretty cool. Yeah, and man. I'll see if I can dig those out too. So yeah.
Curtis, I think NECA does have a Predator based off the newer Prey with the Native American chick. That movie was badass, dude. That was a sick fucking movie.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. They do have a Prey Hulu, a Prey figure. I don't know if it's from the Hulu one, but I just saw one the other day and it said Predator Prey. I almost picked it up, but it was pretty pricey. It was like $45. It was came in a special package or something, and I just didn't have to scratch for it. But yeah, it definitely said Predator Prey on it, so there is one out there. Yeah. But speaking of, so you just did your first bargain, right?
Yeah, that's my Bantha bargain, man.
You got another one? You got another bargain?
I think that's it for this time. Well, you know what? All right, I guess because I have to talk about this one, dude. Now it's a little bit. I can see why some people were upset about it because it's a little disrespectful to the people who like pre-order at first and like want figures bad. But for $35, and I'm just gonna glance these because I want to talk about them more later because me and you are probably gonna talk about these for quite a minute.
Yep.
$35
all day.
Enoch and the Night Trooper, man, and that was just. At first, with Enoch, I really didn't like the kind of Roman war face that was on. I was like, why would you ruin an OG design like the Stormtrooper, but after a while, dude, it just really started to grow on me. And this gold on him and the maroon is just so regal looking. For $35, dude, this was a steal.
So those are definitely runners up, or maybe they're going to be in the top 5 of the year. On mine, I was such a fan of the whole zombie horde thing. Like,
yeah,
zombies are kind of my thing outside of Star Wars, and
yes, dude.
I was a huge Walking Dead fan and all of that. And I mean, when those Night Troopers ever did their thing, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing it. Yeah. Star Wars went zombie, and I know it was divisive. I know I loved it, and I say I am here for all the zombie troopers you can give me. I will take them all. I hope they do 5 different molds, and then you can sort of customize them or whatever, you know. But I would love to see those.
Yeah, that. And like I really like that which I guess soft goods would just not have made sense on that figure, the little ribbons and stuff. But
yeah,
they took the time to, the newly sculpted pieces. And like you were saying, if they gave us a different arm or a different leg, you can take these pieces that already exist and then mix match them. And next thing you know, you got 4, 5 different variants. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
yeah, that figure is. Well, I'm a Stormtrooper guy. And that is maybe the coolest variant.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it a Stormtrooper variant. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Of course. 100% it's a Stormtrooper variant. Yeah.
Me too, Curtis. I'm still strung out on The Walking Dead. I'm never going to be quite over it, you know.
It's funny that Curtis says that, because me and my brother, my brother got me, my grandmother, and my wife, my girlfriend at the time, really into Walking Dead, because I did not like zombies, dude. He would play Call of Duty, the zombie version.
Yeah.
Bro, how are you? This shit's too much. But then he kind of started desensitizing me to the idea of it. And I was like,
yeah.
And then he was just very into zombies. So then when the Night Troopers come and I was watching Ahsoka, I just was really thinking heavily about my brother. I was like, dude, my brother would fuck with this so hard. He was all about zombies and shit like that. But yeah,
talk about now. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna pop when Hasbro makes the helmet. The Stormtrooper helmet of the Night Trooper, I'm going to pop on that one big time. And maybe even the Enoch one.
Dude, if they did the, like, I don't want to butcher the way I say this because I'm not super educated on Asian culture, but Kintsugi or Kintsugi, it's the art form where they bond cracks with gold paint or glue or whatever. And it's supposed to, like, the art form is supposed to, like, and it's like about enhancing your imperfections, and like scars are beautiful. And you know, Japanese culture is very rich, but it's based off that style. Like if you look at Kintsugi pottery, I don't know if you can catch this. My light might be a little bit bright, but all those gold cracks it's based off of that. And then just the red. Obviously, I guess my interpretation is the red ribbons represent the Night Sisters, like the grandmother and stuff like that. But I just love it.
A really interesting thing. I don't know if anybody else has read the Thrawn trilogy from Timothy Zahn way back in the day, but I'm a huge disciple of the Timothy Zahn trilogy. And in the trilogy, Thrawn and Captain Pelion are major in the books, of course. And, you know, they kind of dabble with Pelion as a sort of a minor character in the Ahsoka show. But in the book, Captain Pelion was a huge character. But Thrawn studied artwork of the planets he was about to destroy. And whenever he went to do battle against a foe, he would study their artwork, because he believed that artwork was sort of a window into the soul of their warrior, their culture, their ideologies. And that's why he was such a good, and of course, this goes back into other generals in real history, Alexander, Napoleon, George Patton. All of these people studied art. And of course, the Japanese studied the art. So I like that Thrawn, it's almost like they took a real world Earth element of studying your foe and then putting it into Thrawn, and then making the Night Troopers like a Japanese homage to their. It's like, it's really, that's deep, man. That's deep.
Because hell, when I forget what season of Rebels it was, but Thrawn was studying Sabine's artwork and was starting to notice the differences, and that she just from studying her artwork, he found out that she was born from Clan Ren, and she figured out that they were basically based on Lothal. That's where they found like that little rebel remnant that was over there. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I like about Thrawn is he's not like that mustache twirling villain. Like anytime he's involved, if he loses, it's not going to be that bad. But when he wins, he wins.
Yeah.
He's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Thrawn is I actually just got the Alliances novel with my wife a couple months ago. It's the one with Vader. When him and Vader first meet, when he's going through the process of elimination and basically comes to the conclusion that he's Anakin Skywalker. So I'm looking forward to I still got to finish up reading Dark Disciple with Ventress, Dooku, and Quinlan Voss. But that book has been really good. I need to finish that.
Yes, that's true. They do the same thing when they repair Kylo's helmet. That's true.
Yeah,
they repair Kylo's helmet and they do the same Kintsugi technique on that. So it's repeated. That's cool. Yeah. Wow, we got the comments are blowing up here tonight. Wow. Okay. Thank you, everybody. So yeah. So I have a Bantha bargain, and it's kind of off the rails. And I thought maybe I'd show everybody and see what people think. Okay. So
yeah, show off, man.
So we just kind of touched on the Predator thing, and it's really funny that Stone did a Predator because I'm a Star Wars guy first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
I also dabble in G.I. Joe, but there's a third one that I'm crazy about, and I don't even think Stone knows this, and we've been buddies for a while now, and that is I'm a Batman guy. I love me some Batman.
Yeah, man.
And I've got a lot of McFarlane Batmans. I've got way too many McFarlane Batmans, and every time a Batman comes out, I hit it. I hit it, and I can't quit it. Like that's just how it is. So I just bought a new Batman. Oh, okay. There it is.
There's a little sneak peek for later,
right? So I didn't even know that. Did you just buy that?
Dude, I bought it about a week ago, and I'll tell. Do you want me to say the story for when we're getting into Treat Yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just continue with your Batman because I'm a huge Batman fan as well. I'm just not a big McFarlane fan. Now I love his drawing, but the figures are just. I have one. It's Earth 2 Batman. It's actually Thomas Wayne. It's Bruce's father in an altar. You know, I'm not gonna get all into it, but continue with your Batman, dude.
All right. So I don't know if anybody, here's another thing. So of course, things come and go, and sometimes when a new property comes out, then it's like, oh, that's right, I collect that, and then you get back into it for a while. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if anybody's watching The Penguin right now, but The Penguin is the best show on TV. End of story. That show is fantastic. So of course I'm now caught up and I'm digging it, and I'm down and I'm looking at my McFarlane shelf and my Batman shelf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, that's right. I forgot for a minute there that I did this. So there I am at the store, and they had it mismarked. I picked this up for $14.
Oh damn!
Now I never find good bargains. Like I'm not that guy who finds good bargains.
Yeah.
But this is one time, and this has to be the sickest Batman figure I've ever seen, and it's this one here, the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller Batman with the ripped suit, and he's also got the Tiger Claw thing on it. This figure is so sick. Okay, wait a minute.
Yo, he's stocky looking, dude.
Oh, yeah. So the Frank Miller Batman is a chunky dude. And I don't know if anybody's into Frank Miller Batman, but this was the comic book series, The Dark Knight, the Frank Miller from 1990. That turned comic books upside down. In fact, McFarlane, when he was doing Spider-Man, he scrapped everything he did and rewrote and redrew everything based upon the Frank Miller designs from DC Comics.
That's crazy.
But anyways, this guy comes with an alternate Bruce Wayne head. He comes with a lamp post with like a light on it. He comes with a batarang, a grappling hook, and like a couple different hands.
Yeah.
And it's the gold label box. It's the Batman. I've been looking for this Batman for good. I was going to drop $40 on it because I think it's between 30 and 40.
Yeah.
So there I am the other day, and I'm at GameStop, and they got it in the clearance thing, and I'm like, no way. That somebody must just have put it on the wrong rack or something, you know. And I go up to the counter, $14.99, and I'm like, all day, I'm buying that all day, you know. So this Batman, the Dark Knight, battle damage version is my Bantha bargain of the month. Well, that and the AT-AT, I suppose. But this figure, if you're a Batman fan, this one here is the one. This might be the last Batman figure I buy for a while because it's doing it to me, you know?
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
I like how stocky is, man.
But I do have one more that I thought I'd add at this.
Yeah, dude.
So I've got. I was kind of mental this past week or this past couple of weeks since the last one, and I'm like, I got to catch up with everybody because everybody else is getting these figures, and I'm like the comments and Stone. So I did some buying, and I bought a bunch of figures, and I'm going to show you what I bought. Now, not all of these are the Bantha bargains, but I mean, I bought the Imperial Commando, and he's a cool figure, but the white plastic is pink. This guy's white armor has a pink hue to it. There's no doubt about it. And
really,
I didn't buy. I don't want my stormtroopers looking like they went through the laundry with like a pair of gym shorts. You know what I mean? So so I'm a little bit disappointed in that one. And then we get to these three. Okay, so IG-88 Darth Maul and this guy Yord from. And I got to tell you, these three figures are fire. These figures are fire. Like all of these figures, I don't know which one I like the best, but the one I'm going to talk about, everybody knows about Darth Maul and everybody knows about IG-11. So this figure right here, like whether you like the show, whether you don't like the show, this figure is one for the ages, in my opinion.
Yeah, man.
The wrist gauntlets look so sick.
Yes.
It's the articulation is out of control. Like this figure just hits. They should have this as the buck for every Jedi made going forward for a while because this figure is bananas.
Dude,
and I got this one on sale too. Like so, I didn't get it for $14, but yeah, I think I paid 20 for it because I used my GameStop $5 rewards thing or something. So
dude, hell yeah,
not for a good deal. But so this is really my sleeper hit. Like, get this figure if you like good figures. I would say this is a keeper.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah, I actually skipped on Yord just because I didn't. He was like, I don't know. His character was very boring. He was a very like by the book Jedi. But I did pick up Sol, Jeki, Indara, and May. I liked May because she has that like Byzantine inspired armor, and I also really liked Sol. Was one of my favorite characters in Acolyte just because I really liked.
Oh yeah,
encapsulate what a Jedi is supposed to be. Like human compassion, like just compassionate, thoughtful, patient, very much like Qui-Gon. He reminded me a lot of Qui-Gon Soul did. And that figure,
Qui-Gon's fucked up, right? Yeah.
It's just those figures are. You feel how you want about the show. That those figures are phenomenal, all of them. Jeki, a Theline species, the first Theline in the Black series, just so fucking cool. I had to buy that just to support a new female, because sometimes when you're looking at your shelf, it really can kind of feel like a sausage fest, a bunch of buff dudes or lightsabers and shit. Like I need some people on the shelf to like. There's women in the galaxy too, you know. I need some badass women throughout history, and there's no doubt that there's badass women in Star Wars. So I just feel like there needs to be more women. Like when they started doing like Tala and Deja Mera, these more female, like the female officers, and I just think it's cool to have some females in the shelf. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely. I want to address the comments real quick. I don't know. I don't know what Beast Kingdom is. What is Beast Kingdom? Why so was asking if I know what Beast Kingdom is. I don't know.
I don't know what Beast Kingdom is either, man. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
That Imperial Trans Trooper. Yeah, that's about it, man. Right there, you know.
Timbo told you nice pickups. I know. Hey, Curtis is a crazy dude. He's a funny motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, it is the rare variant. It's the rare pink variant. Yeah, be on the lookout for it. You know.
I didn't see this guy. He's new, or it might be I don't know, just a woman, person, whoever. But I haven't seen your name in our live chat. So welcome to the Stone and Hybrid Show. Appreciate you checking out the video.
Are you talking about Lord Sosa?
No, I'm seeing
There's a lot. There's a lot of new people.
Yeah. Where do you see Sosa at? That's my cousin.
Okay, so we got Lord Sosa. Hey. We got Isaiah R. Tasha Hobby. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. This is wild. So,
hey, my boy JC.
We're trying to keep up. Trying to keep up with everybody. Absolutely, man. Yeah, the lightsaber battles were sick in that show.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah. Tasha Hobby's going girl power. Absolutely. I got to get that Jackie figure. I got to get that one. I got to get. I got to get. What's her name? Indara. I got to get Indara still. I've never seen them.
Indara she's probably one of the more plain of the figures. So I actually left her robe on. Like when you take her off, the front of her tunic has a really nice like brownish tan wash to it, but then the rest of the figure is like so plain, nothing on the back, and I'm just like, let's put the robe back on. It looks better than the robe on.
That's Hasbro at its finest, right? Like just. What are we doing now? We're just now not painting the back of the figure. Yeah. So,
hey, dude, that I know what you're talking about. The Beast Kingdoms. Yeah, I've seen him post on Instagram, and it's like these cool little cute, like kind of like animated designs of the Star Wars characters, like another separate line of Star Wars, but it's a really cool. It's got like
yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. I was like Mr. Beast or Transformers. I didn't know where we were going.
Yeah. Hey, dude, seeing Kalnaka, and this is actually going into the Black Series news a little bit, because Hyper. Have you seen that leaked picture of Kalnaka's lightsaber?
No, but I'm there for it.
So there was a leak going on. I wish I had the picture on my phone. I couldn't find it. I do have some pictures on my phone. I'm gonna have to do it all crazy and show it on off my phone again, but. There is a leak of a picture of Kalnaka's lightsaber. So people were speculating like, oh, they're going to just dump the rest of the figures. We're not going to get any more figures from Acolyte because the show's canceled. But seeing Kalnaka's lightsaber is a big positive sign that we're getting that figure still.
Okay, good.
To get a Wookiee Jedi and he's got a green lightsaber is just so epic, man. But Timbo was saying his favorite part of the Acolyte was the Wookiee fighting and not. Dude, I actually really enjoyed Kalnaka, man. And that's actually the person who played him is the same person that played Chewbacca in episode 7, 8, and 9 as well.
Right. Yeah, the big Russian guy
I forget his fucking name. Yeah, so real quick shout out my cousin Lord Sosa. What's up, dude? I appreciate it.
Lord Sosa. Is that like Sammy Sosa, the baseball player? I'm just curious.
I think it's a rapper, but I do know Sammy Sosa too, man.
Okay, all right. I'm old, man. I'm like Curtis. I'm old. I don't know any of this new shit, man. So,
dude, you're good, man. What the fuck? You gotta apologize for that, dude.
But
Isaiah, man.
Yes. Okay. So just what? Hitting on the Beast Kingdom thing. Yes, why so? I know what those are. I've seen them. They're awesome. They're almost like a super deformed type of a thing, right? And they're like articulated, but they're kind of like
okay.
They're very stylized, right? Yeah, I do like those. I've seen them. They're a little bit out of my price range. Yeah.
Curtis,
never apologize. Yeah.
It's not that. The person who's playing the Wookiee is not a real Wookiee, but I'm not saying Wookiees didn't exist. That's not what I said. Don't twist my words. Wookiees are out there somewhere.
Oh, Wookiees are definitely out there.
Never apologize for being old. You're clearly doing something right, and it beats the alternative.
So what about? Did you feel like you got swindled at all since our last encounter?
Do I feel like I've gotten swindled? That is a good question. I do feel like I wish I had it on hand because I actually just seen it on sale at Target today for $31. But I bought, and I don't mind paying full price because it supports the line. But I seen that droid pack with R4D4 and the 2 pit droids go on sale for $30, and I was like, "Fuck, man! I almost want to get a new pack to customize and weather up a little bit." But I just felt like, I don't know. It kind of goes back to the whole Night Trooper and Enoch thing, man. Like people who are pre-ordering this for full price at $43.99, whatever it is, $45, and then it comes in stock and they're shipping them out, and then a day later they put them on sale for $35. I can see why people are a little upset about that, because then you're kind of like the people who were pre-ordering that first, your loyal customers, collectors. It's just kind of, I don't know, man. It's a slippery slope, but I do feel.
I know everybody who's in the chat knows Stone's channel, but I got to tell you, so I watch your channel with great intent, because you put out the deals, right? Like, you'll put out like a little thing about like, hey, go to Walmart right now and buy this. So I'm like logging into my work the other day, and all of a sudden I see it, and I'm like, fuck work, I got to do this real quick. I got to take care of this. And so I go to Walmart, and thank you for that, because I took advantage of that deal too. So people are definitely following your value trail there, Stone.
Yeah,
so
dude.
thank you. Yeah. But I feel like I did have a Toydarian swindle of sorts.
Yeah, what was
and it's funny because so sometimes a bargain and a swindle are the same thing. It's just on what day you're looking at it, right?
True. Yeah.
So I'm going back to this one. And this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt people. I know it's going to hurt people, but I'm saying it anyways. So this, I love this character. I've been waiting for this figure for so long. And it's Darth Maul, okay? And I'm not upset that I bought this figure, because this is maybe the best figure in my collection. It's up there. But the reason why I feel like I got swindled a little bit on this. Hear me out. So the lightsaber, I feel like, is just a little bit too underscaled. It's like, I feel like it's a little bit underscaled. Now, that's fine, whatever. But the first time we got the Darth Maul, the very first Orange Line release of Darth Maul, he came with a cloak, an extra head, binoculars. He came with everything Darth Maul could ever have in his hands. And I kind of feel like, I know this isn't the Hasbro Pulse exclusive and all that, and I know what they're trying to do, but it just feels a little bit light in the package. So I would have liked one more piece in it, like one more accessory. No cloak kind of sucks, Yeah, I know you have to, but I just feel like, as good as it is, it's also equally got faults. So this is my bargain and swindle all at the same time.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for that figure, man. It's sitting in I got 2 sitting in my pile of loot. Phantom Menace Maul is, like I've showed it off on the stream before. I have a tattoo of Maul. He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite character ever in Star Wars, definitely in the top 5. But Phantom Menace Maul is important to me, just because and some of my pickups may be episode 1 based from Hyper, but I have a lot of nostalgia. If you watched my channel before, I'm wearing an episode 1 shirt right now. I have a lot of nostalgia for episode 1. It's one of my, it may not be the best Star Wars movie, but it's one of my favorites. And
same here.
So Phantom Menace Maul is just important to me, because that is our first ever introduction to Maul. When Ray Park was playing him, granted, it wasn't his voice. It was an overdub. I forget the person who was the voice for episode 1. But either way, I just think it looks great. I'm really excited for that. I like the hard goods skirt. And because I do have the Bloodfin, Maul and the Bloodfin somewhere over here. And he's got the soft goods skirt, so he can actually sit on the Bloodfin better. But the single release that Hyper has here is got the hard goods skirt that goes down the front. And to me, it just looks better. The soft goods is cool for that purpose, to be on the Bloodfin, but the Harlequin skirt just looks so much better.
I'm Doug Smith, Darth Talon.
Ryan.
Yes, a favorite of mine as well. A favorite of everybody's here, I'm pretty sure.
Doug, do you know like what George Lucas had in mind for the original sequel trilogy? Because it included Darth Talon. You may know, some people don't, but George Lucas had Darth Talon in mind going into the sequel trilogy, believe it or not.
That would have been, I mean, so we could have had Darth Talon instead of Rey, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, just
Curtis.
That kind of says it all.
Sorry, Hyper. Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Curtis, yeah, that part of Phantom Menace is, I mean, hell, the 25th anniversary is Obi-Wan and Maul fighting. That's like the logo for it. But that part when the doors open and you see Maul there, and you finally see the horns, the Zabrak horns, and he pulls that hood from over his head, and then you see that double blade lightsaber. It was just like, just something else, man. Nothing like we've ever seen in Star Wars before, man.
I agree with the comments. Everybody's saying, you know, a Maul should come with a cloak, sort of like, yes, like just like every Jedi should come with a cloak, you know?
Well, the one on the Bloodfin came with a cloak, but that's Hasbro, man. They're going to make you buy all the different versions of it, so you have to buy this to get this, because the single version didn't come with the cloak, but the one with the 3-pack from GameStop that I have on pre-order, as well as Brian, Gen X Brian, shout out to you. Thanks for joining us tonight, man. I do have that 3-pack with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and it's the updated photo reel. Looks absolutely incredible. There's like a little bit of gray on Qui-Gon's sides and in his beard. But I have that 3-pack. He comes with a cloak, but the single release does not come with the cloak. And then obviously, like I said, the Bloodfin release somewhere over here comes with the cloak as well. But it does kind of suck, but that's just what Hasbro does, man. That corporation, that shit.
You know what, Tasha Hobby, you're right. I shouldn't have said we didn't get Talon, we got stuck with Rey. That's not really what I meant, because Rey, there's a lot of problems with the sequel trilogy. Rey is not a bad character. She's really not a bad character. There's a lot of parts of Rey that I like. Especially, I was absolutely the Force Awakens, I thought was really a great piece of cinema for the most part. And I really enjoyed the Rey character. I think through no fault of her own, her character derailed through, I think, bad writing in the episode 8. And that's just my own opinion. But the Rey character herself started out really strong, very interesting character. And it's sort of the trilogy. I'm of the opinion that the sequel trilogy devolved as it went along. It tried to finish up strong. I give it credit for that. But the first movie was awesome. I thought The Force Awakens was really good. And, you know, and Rey was strong. So, yeah, I'll put it that way.
Ryan Johnson did 7. He did a decent. Force Awakens was epic, man. There was a lot of hype behind it. Then the episode 8 was just with J.J. Abrams. He just totally threw it off course, and then they brought back Ryan Johnson for 10,
right.
Or I'm sorry, 9, and then he had to like bring everything in all last minute and fix everything. So it wasn't like a cohesive story. It was his, then someone else's, then he got it again, and it just. Yeah, I'm with my mom too. That Tasha Hobby's actually my mom. I don't know if you remember that, but as I get older, like Hyper said, I love his perspective on it. I do have my feelings about the sequel trilogy. There's some issues, but as I get older, I'm starting to kind of like respect it a little bit more.
Yeah, and I know why. So I certainly. There's so many people. So my family's a house divided with The Force Awakens. I've got 3 sons, my wife. And we all went out to California to see it at the Chinese theater, and the whole thing. Like, we did it up for that movie. Like, we took the fam on the road to see that movie, and you know, expecting the hype in the movie to sort of live up to it. And half my family left incredibly disappointed, and 2 of us were like, "Wow, that was really good." So, you know, I totally understand. I'm not trying to force my opinion on anybody, but you know. If asked, that's what I would say about, especially The Force Awakens, you know. But
because they're not terrible movies, they look amazing. They're beautiful films, but they're just the plot and the lore is just not consistent. One thing I wanted to go back to Doug, we were talking about Talon earlier. Real quick, I'm gonna give a quick story. So the story was for 7, 8, and 9 to be Luke was rebuilding the Jedi Order, and Leia is rebuilding the New Republic, basically. And Maul is obviously Talon was the apprentice of Maul. Maul comes back some way, and I know that sounds kind of weird because like somehow Palpatine returned, and I'm sitting here saying somehow. But the thing is with Maul is he's got the Night Sisters and Mother Talzin. There's already some dark force.
Yeah, right.
Where we've seen Resurrection with the Night Brothers and Night Sisters, so it would make sense if Maul came back. But in my opinion, so George Lucas was going to come up with some kind of way to bring Maul back, and then obviously Talon was going to be his apprentice, and then it was going to be Luke rebuilding the Jedi Order, and then Maul like being the underground crime syndicate, and then they were going to bash. Then it was Leia rebuilding the New Republic, and then Talon going through and really messing up all the political things, going and raiding place, being the like antagonist or whatever, and then her and Leia were supposed to something like that. I'm not saying they were going to fight, but like it was supposed to be that kind of cohesive story. So that was what George Lucas had in mind for 7, 8, and 9. But
that would have been good. I think that would have been good.
Could you have imagined, bro, like Luke and fucking Darth Maul? That would be fucking insane.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So you got any? So we're done with the Toydarian swindles. We got the Bantha bargains covered pretty much.
Yeah, dude. I think we're doing the Treacho shelf.
Treacho shelf, right? All right. What do we do? What are we doing with Treacho shelf?
Real quick, I want to reply to Timbo's comment. We were talking about cloaks earlier. Darth Maul not coming with his cloak, and Timbo said Hasbro seems to have a bad record of handling cloaks figures. Cough, cough. Balin and Shin. 100%. Not. We talked about that last stream. Not even a month later. They released the figures, and a month later they pipelined the ones with the cloak. So it was just kind of a dirty move. But
yeah,
trying to reply to everybody in the comments.
I have to go get my Treacho shelf. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll take it covered right here.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing, bro. Hey, I want to say shout out to everybody. Thank you all for checking out the stream tonight. I really appreciate y'all coming to hang with us. I love doing this shit, man. This is just fucking fun. I really enjoy talking with y'all, and like, I just want to talk about fucking Star Wars, dude. We're just two guys with a camera. We want to talk about fucking Star Wars and how much we fucking love it, man. So our next segment we're going to get into is our Treat Chill Shelf. That's something I kind of came up with. And this is just like our version of recent pickups. This is where we talk about anything we've bought in the last couple of weeks or days or whatever. And I just thought it would be a fun, quirky way to show off our recents. But I reckon while we're waiting for Hyper, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And
I'm back.
Hey, do you want to go first, man?
Why don't we do one and then you do one and then I'll do one and
bounce back and forth. Okay, well let's save the 2-pack for last because I think me and you have a little more couple thoughts about that. So I already showed y'all the Predator. But this is I'll start with the least interesting and then go to what my favorite. But right here I got ED9V9 or ED8D8. Fuck, what is this goddamn Hyper? Do you remember his name?
EV99.
That's the one. That's the fucking one. But he comes with the cool little data pad. It's the Power of the Force one. I got this for $5 at my local comic shop. And yeah, for $5 I had to grab this, dude. It's an OT droid. He's all over Star Wars, but one of the main things you probably remember him from was in Jabba's Palace when he's talking to R2. And like, we'll make use of you, droid. So I just thought this was an instant pickup. I do wish there was a little bit of paint on this, but that's something I can do myself. That would be fun. Just put some like random green and yellow and red or whatever. But $5.
That's a good pickup.
Thanks, man. Your turn, dude.
All right. So again, I've made mention of the fact that I got this huge box with the AT-AT Walker in it from my buddy Dave as a donation to the channel, which I'm grateful for. And in those other things, you've probably, if you've seen the video, you've seen these things before. But if you haven't, there were a lot of older like Power of the Force 2 things in it. And this was really fun for me because I haven't really collected Power of the Force 2 since the 90s. So I still own it. I still own a lot of it. So it was fun to sort of add to it again. Yeah. So the first one that I'm going to pick out is this really beautiful carded example of Stormtrooper Luke.
Nice.
Freeze frame Stormtrooper Luke. Now, this is that He-Man body, that Schwarzenegger style from the 90s that was so crazy. Yeah. But you know what? It's kind of cool, and it's definitely it takes me back. It takes me back. And so anyways, I put it in a star case, but it's a really beautiful example of it. It's in perfect condition. It's kind of one of those pieces that people forget about, but I just thought it was cool. So
Yeah,
that's one of my treat your shelves.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. I like that. He is a little short to be a stormtrooper. I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to save you. I'm here with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I guess next up I will show. Let's just get into it. Well, I said I was going to start with like less boring and then go, but I'm just going to kind of grab something. I'm gonna just instead of these are all kind of the same thing, so I'm just going to show them at once. But I was at Ross with my wife, and I got 4 turtles and Casey from the Loyal Subjects line, and these are really cool. They come with some cool alternate hands. Got these for $10 a piece. So right here, I think that's Mikey, right? Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was orange or red in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Got Mikey, got Donnie with a pizza and his extra hands and stuff. So $10.
Oh yeah.
Next, got Raphael, of course. Other than Mikey, probably my favorite of the turtles. I got Leo as well. Looking awesome. Extra hands, extra alt head. And then last off, real quick, and then I'll hand it back to Hyper, was this version of Casey. And I'm not a hardcore TMNT fan, but I do enjoy a lot of the iterations of it. But this one of Casey with the American flag mask, I've never seen that before, but he does come with the regular hockey mask.
That is pretty cool.
I thought it was because I don't have a Casey in my collection, so I just figured, and like for $50 for basically like the whole partial of the crew. I got all 4 and Casey, $50. I had to pick it up, man.
So we might have to start a new section called Reinforce Your Shelf after that, because that's a lot right there. That's a lot of turtle action right there. You're gonna have to do a video on like putting some more like
some braces
underneath it, right? Exactly. You know, like
in this YouTube video today, I'm gonna be showing you how to brace your shelves for all your extra fucking figures you buy because you're addicted.
So, all right. Well, my treat your shelf is going to continue on from the box of loot that I got, because it's nothing new, but we're definitely going back in the time machine. And this is another one, and this was a real standout, and this was Jedi Luke, and this was the holograph Jedi Luke that my buddy Dave put in the box for me. And it's another beautiful carded. I mean, the card is just perfect, the crystal clear bubble. It's again, it's one of the original Power of the Force 2 Jedi Lukes. But I'm a Jedi Luke nut, and this was really special. So just a beautiful example of an old figure, you know, from the 90s, not a vintage figure, but I guess you could call it a neo vintage figure, but a very cool pickup. And I actually have one of these already. So we might do like a giveaway on my channel for this one day. So stay tuned for that. So this is really a cool thing to have in your collection, I think. Very cool.
Well, I guess real quick, I do have this pegged up here real quick, but it won't take but a second. I actually got this at my local comic shop as well. Just going based off Hyper's pick there. And I got this for $5 at my local comic shop. And sometimes these are hard to find on even Amazon or eBay listings for like less than $20-$30. So I thought $5, and this is like a really clean.
That is a good deal.
Very clean, you know, and not minty, but it's pretty damn close. There's a couple little rough edges on it, but I don't care. But just knowing, not ever knowing if we're going to get this in the Black Series, I wanted some version of this, some representation of Leia like this, and I just think this looks really awesome. And I like the old school Power of the Force cards with the green, and this little holographic foil sticker, you know. But $5, I had to grab her. I think she looks awesome.
A lot of people are saying they had those all when they were kids and everything. And yeah, you know, I remember I was in the military, and the Power of the Force 2 line was hitting the shelves when I was in the service, and I'd be overseas somewhere or be at a PX or a base exchange, and I'd go in and I'd grab a few, and I'd like, you know, I'd put them, I'd squirrel them away somewhere, you know. And so a lot of the packaging that I have is like foreign packaging or tri-logo packaging or something like that. So These are just the American ones, so it's nice, you know.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so my last treat your shelf is another really special one, and if you saw the video, you already know what it is. But along with the AT-AT came the Tonka X-Wing. So this X-Wing is exactly like the Kenner X-Wing with a few modifications. It's got new electronics, and so it's got a slightly different body mold. It's got 90s electronics. It's got, I don't know if you can hear that, but different sound effects and things. And it's got a different paint job and different stickers, but it's the same mold essentially.
Yo, that's sick.
In this box, I got this, and there was even the pilot Luke, the old muscular Arnold Schwarzenegger pilot Luke, not Pirate Luke.
Sweet.
And that was kind of a fun thing because he's way too buff, way too ripped, but that's what kind of makes him cool.
Hell yeah.
And in this X-Wing, it's just missing one of the cannons. So missing this cannon right here, but it does have the 3. And I'm going to restore this in the same way that I'm doing the AT-AT. I'm going to do a series on it. So I'm going to de-yellow it. And I know a couple of people were talking about how they kind of like it with this sort of patina on it. There's a kind of a yellowish aged patina, and it does look good. Yeah, but I've never owned one of these before. I only own the Kenner ones. So I want to restore this one to pristine, and then I might do another one and keep it yellow. So this is definitely a really fun treat your shelf and a very cool item. And it was made by Tonka, like Tonka trucks.
Yeah, that's
back in the 90s. Tonka secured the license from Kenner. And so if you look carefully on it, and I think it was Brian Myers and I were talking about how it actually says Tonka Corporation on it. So if you're into variants and things like that, this is a Tonka truck, essentially, you know, like, so put it next to your bulldozer and your front end loader, and you know, this is your Tonka truck. So very cool.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Fucking, I never realized that Tonka even had the license at any point in time. I think that's so rad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I actually have quite a few more pickups. Timbo, I think you're still with us, brother. If you're listening real quick, I'm going to show off your stuff. And these are 2 diorama pieces that I actually bought from Timbo. And Timbo Toys, go check out his channel. He actually has a 1/12 scale comic shop.
Those are so nice.
Yeah, he did a really great job with these, man. They're double panel dioramas. They're very cool. And he even gave them to me for a very decent price. And I tried to pay full price for them, and he wouldn't allow that. Because I actually just messaged him and I was like, hey, man, it's actually me buying these. Can we combine shipping? He was like, no, not necessary. Here's one of the other panels. And I have this little electrical box that he's got on this side. I just love the way this looks. And
those are really nice, Timbo. Those look really nice, man.
Fantastic job, man.
I might have to drop by and buy a couple of those myself.
Just to give you all a little thing of scale, you can see this is a 6-inch, the new Night Trooper. You can see the kind of scale. So you can scale this with 3 3/4 or 6-inch. But yep. I really like 6-inch with it a lot. So those are the panels, and they're just again, it's very simple stuff. You just have to have the creativity and the eye for it, man. But I just think these are really brilliant, man, and I really enjoy them. And
what are those made out of? What are the materials?
You know, I wanted to ask Timbo about that because I wanted to pick his brain, because this one specifically has a very it's got a nice texture on it. I forget what that type of building that they use, like with mud and clay, but it's almost got like a stucco type feel. Like it's very porous feel. It's very textured, but it's almost just like some plow, like some kind of plywood board or something like that. But they just got little pieces of wood nailed on for stability, and it just adds like little pillars and, you know, different gives it some depth and stuff like that. But then
Timbo, if you're listening, Timbo, I'd love to see a tutorial on that.
Oh, 100. Yeah, Timbo, you should totally. He actually commented. Here we go. Wood chipboard. And
okay.
3D parts, fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Love it.
And then he was nice enough to send in. These were free. He just threw these in. Now, if you go check out Timbo, don't be asking hey man, can you give me a discount? Go and support him if you want to. I was willing, and he threw me a deal, and I was very thankful for it. But he used some 3D printed parts from him, and I have Wrecker just kind of sitting on it. I thought that looked really cool, just chilling out. I feel like he just got done eating a snack. That's why he's my boy. He's always hungry like me. A little bit huskier guy. But these are just some really cool parts that he sent me. He asked me my favorite colors.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, man. Just some cargo crates. Very nice. And I was actually getting ready to try to do these hyper with that extra foam I had. And I was just going to get my little engraver and just have some fun with it. So he asked, I said blue, green, and purple. So he sends me another purple one. So I got the green, a bigger one and a small one, 3D printed. And they are actually custom designs of his too, as well.
You do nice work, man. Nice work.
Here's this little drum that I really like. It's got some nice little bit of paint on it. And Timo, no, I love these, but I didn't want to disrespect you if you've seen them, but I was thinking about putting a little light wash on these. I love them so much, and I wasn't expecting you to paint them. Of course, I'm grateful that you even just threw them in for free. But I just kind of want to make them a little more grungy looking because I'm kind of a dirty boy. I just like my stuff a little grungy, but I absolutely love these so much. And like I said, he threw these in for free because I was buying the diorama, and I'm just the way there's just a lot of options you can do with these little things. You can put them in the corner or whatever. Just a really nice world building element.
I can think of something where those would look really good on. By the way, I can imagine looking. I can imagine putting those in dioramas and having them look absolutely awesome. Like Timbo, I'm going to be hitting you up for some of those because I really like what those add. You know.
Yeah, go check out his channel, man. Like I said, check out that 1/12 Scales comic shop, and then he's got some a really new kind of like almost like a little lean. Well, I say a lean-to. Some people don't know what that is. It's like a Southern slang term for like a shed.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a little like a Star Wars garage. It's got like a tarp over it. It looks fantastic. I really like the way it looks. Yeah. Shout out to Matt Bryant, very well known in the community.
Matt Bryant, hello, thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you coming back to check us out, dude. Very appreciated.
Yeah,
very in the community. So that's awesome to see you here, man. Everybody's just saying, hey, I didn't mean to cut you off, Hyper. I was just trying to address chat as well.
No, just go for it, man. You were, I was just I you know me. I love anything that's like, diorama world building, and actually, there's a lot of people in the chat right now who are doing some really good work, and that's awesome. I would love to. Eventually, if we could get the people who create physical things, whether they 3D print or whether they create by themselves, I would love to do in the future. Maybe we could collaborate and do some sort of a diorama piece together and do some sort of a collaborative project, custom figures, scenes, and just sort of put it together and do some sort of really cool project. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we could totally do that, man. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun.
Right. So maybe that's something we can kick down the block once or twice in the upcoming episodes. Maybe do something like that. So
I would need to, man. Yeah, we'll definitely try to cook on that a little bit. Let it simmer a little bit. We got it in the back of our minds simmering.
Right. So maybe everybody start thinking about, like, if you were going to do something like that. What world? Let's start with like, what world would you want? Like, what planet, or something like that, and then maybe we'll narrow it down over time. But yeah, I'd love to collaborate with people on stuff. If anybody's into that, let's go.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my cousin. He said he works at a Zales. He's at his store remodeling his cases. Listening to a couple of homies talking about that good stuff. Appreciate you listening, cuz.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody should do the Toshi Station, Luke, man. That would be cool. That deleted scene where he sees, is it Biggs?
Biggs, yeah.
Biggs, yeah, man. I thought that was a really cool scene that would have been really cool to see in Star Wars 77.
That would be a fun diorama to do, wouldn't it?
It would. It totally would.
Yeah, I could see that being cool. I've always wanted to tackle one of the dioramas I've always wanted to tackle. There's actually two on Tatooine. I would love to do Kenobi's house. I've never done a Kenobi's hovel, whatever you call it.
Yeah, man.
And I would love to tackle like a Mos Espa street scene. They have those lean-tos and stuff like that. And I've been kind of kicking around tackling almost like a street scene, doing a diorama on both sides, having it be maybe like 2 foot long and just sort of a long, narrow street with buildings on either side. I think that would be really fun to do.
Yeah, you should totally have it go. I would love to see what you come up with, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, I do have some more. I'm gonna go ahead and get the last little bit of non-Star Wars out of the way. No, you're good, Hyper. You're fine, man. But and the story behind this is really special to me. Me and my wife, we always, when we have a little bit of spare money, we always go out and get coffee and just enjoy our weekend and stuff. But we were doing our usual Target run, and this was the last black suit variant Nightfall Batman, and it was just there on the shelf. Got it for $23, $24 with tax or whatever. And I was eyeing this Batman a couple months ago on Amazon, but then he automatically jumped up in like a month to 35, and I was going to pay it. I really was, but I was like, man, I don't want to, because before I know it, it's going to be 45, 50. You know how these figures jump up, man. But classic suit. Now I do want the blue and yellow variant as well, the blue suit variant, because that's a very. You just got the yellow belt, the black and gray. It's just classic Batman, dude. And I just think this looks great. It's got a couple pair of alternate hands, got the closed fists. That just adds to the vibe and dynamicness of the figure with poses and stuff like that. But he just looks great, man. I really like the way this figure looks. Yeah, there's
the blue and yellow one.
You got some Batman. There's that blue and that thing is
the blue and yellow one,
dude. So Hyper's got the blue suit variant. That I have the black suit variant. These are both classic, awesome costumes. But man, that blue and yellow, I need that one too, dude. I need that blue and yellow.
Yeah, I bought that last year at a convention, at a G.I. Joe convention actually, and it's kind of funny because I entered the G.I. Joe convention diorama contest and I won it. So they gave me some money. They gave me I think it was like $100 cash first prize, and I spent it all on this Batman. It cost me $100.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so I turned my winnings into this Batman because, and honestly, it holds its value. I don't think it's quite worth $100, but this blue and yellow one is pretty pricey.
It's epic, man. It's so epic. It's just classic, man.
Yeah.
And, so next up, I actually got picked up another one today. This is the Mandalorian Street Hawk, and if you've been subscribed to my channel, I've been uploading like a video pretty much every day. The last week, I just had so much that I was behind on. I was just trying to get it all caught up a little bit, but I'm going to slow down a little bit and give like 2 or 3 days for just a little bit of cushion time between my reviews. But I'm really excited to review this figure. I've had it for like a week or two now, but I just love the extra comma it's got. I love the extra colors. People are tired of blue Mandos, but the color scheme here, I just think it's great. There's a little bit of paint on the weapons right here, so I think that's fantastic. And my channel is named after Mandalorian, so I feel obligated to pick up as many as I can and support the line. But I just think this looks great. I really like this comma. I love the way that looks so much.
So speaking of, in the comments, in the chat, where are we with blue Mandos? Because I still like them all. Like I like the blue. I'm not sick of it yet. I understand, but like, where's people's thoughts on that? Yeah. What colors? What other colors should they do? If they're gonna switch, I would love to see some red ones, maybe or some. I don't know, but I think the blue works pretty well. I like them all.
I agree, man. A couple more pickups I have. I did pick this up. I'm always trying to find a Jawa for a decent bargain, but they just never seem to drop under $20. So I did pick this guy up for $23, and I just bought my first Jawa. It was the original red and black box version. I have him somewhere over here on my OT shelf, but this is the less red maroonish looking color. This is more of the brown suit variant. This is the Kenobi version. So he's got these other cool little war building elements, and I thought that would look really neat on the shelf together, or even throwing a diorama one day when Hyper inspires me with another one. But I needed another Jawa in the collection, man. And it's just iconic OT alien. I don't care if it's from Kenobi. There's good and bad in it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Another quick one. I got these from my local comic shop as well. I got Sebulba here, the old Kenner Power of the Force.
Nice.
And a little quick tip. Now, I'm not nowhere near on Hyper's level, but I'm trying to read chat as well. But getting to the accessories with some of these old Kenner figures, some of the accessories can get a little sticky just due to the what's the term? The plastics. Damn, I'm trying to think of the like scientific, the like actual terminology. Anyways, the plastics in the like accessories and the figures get sticky over a while just due to like moisture and stuff like that. So if you need to, and you buy these old figures, because his little cap and the little piece that he takes off Anakin's, he comes with a little piece that he takes off Anakin's pod racer before the pod race on Boonta Eve. But those were very sticky, like to the touch. And I was like, I don't really want to be handling that and then touch my figures and get sticky. I'm weird, y'all. Sometimes I'll even wash my hands before I touch my figures. But I'm not like I'm not super clean freak or anything. But just anytime you can do a little something to make the figures last long, all the oil on your hands, it helps a little bit. It's not a big deal. But tip is, I'm trying to get to the point I ramble all the time. If you need to get that stickiness off, something great that's worked for me that I looked up on some old forums on Reddit was to put it in some cold soapy water, and just let it soak for a couple hours or a couple days, and that really pulls the stickiness off of those figures. Just cold water and a little bit of Dawn soap or a good bit of healthy portion of soap, and it takes that stickiness off. Same thing happened here with Bosk. I got him for $5. I got Samoa for 12. But getting Bosk here, his accessories were super sticky as well. So I just threw them in a cup with some cold water, and there's no stickiness or anything at all. It's super smooth and clean like it should be. But $5.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, dude. Obviously, you grew up with the OT, so like the 3 3/4. This is the root of all Star Wars toys, but this is kind of like special to you because I grew up with it too. I bought 3 3/4 inch figures, of course, but these specifically, like characters like Bosk and the 5 POA figures, I know that hits home with you a lot. So I know that's something that you might would like to know, because you buy a lot of classic figures.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I had never heard that trick with this cold soapy water. So yes, as a matter of fact, I have a rather rare figure. I've got Swimming Jar Jar Binks from the episode 1 line. He came with a fish, and he's got he's kind of a rarer episode 1 figure, and he's sticky as fuck. And
yeah, dude,
now I know how to do it.
Yeah, try. Right. Let it sit for like a night or a day or so. It really helps so much, dude. I was surprised. I was like, this ain't gonna work. And then I did it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty helpful.
The Christmas Mando, the Hanukkah Mando. I love that figure, you guys. Yes.
Let's address chat real quick. I've been yapping about my pickups.
That is one of the best Mandos ever. If you don't have the Hanukkah Mando, that is an epic figure.
Those holiday figures are starting to grow on me, dude. I'm trying not to buy that Purge Trooper Nutcracker is dope as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Cool, man.
The Hanukkah one is awesome though, because it actually comes with an Anzellan too. So if you like Anzellans and you want the IG-11s, the Anzellans for IG-11, it comes with one. So that's another reason to pick it up. But
yep.
Oh, that figure is so fun, man. The Hanukkah, I have more fun with that figure after Christmas time.
So Matt's chiming in here. We were talking about Blue Mandos earlier. There's actually 8. We have 8 Blue Man. There's already like 40 something figures in the subline for the Mandalorian. It's got the most figures out of any other, more than the OT, more than the prequels, more than TV. Like it's got a lot. But we have 8 Blue Mando. That's kind of crazy, but I love them. They're all great figures, man. They're just
awesome. I agree. Well, let's not forget we've got the female Blue Mandos too. Are we counting those?
Yeah, he was counting because he's
right
looking up the other, because that 2-pack is coming too with that female in it.
Right. Hello, Troy. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh, Troy's in here. What's up, Troy?
How's it going?
Got the both male and the female, the 2-pack so far. We have 6 blue ones and 3 Street Hawks, and including Paz Vizsla. So yeah, that's 8.
Okay, right.
Troy, what is up, dude? Thank you everybody that's hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Definitely a lively chat tonight. I mean, we are chatting up over here. Yeah, so
love it, dude. Love it.
Yeah. No, I'm loving the Blue Mandos too. You could give me 38 more Blue Mandos, and I'll be cool with it. And the thing about the blue too is if you like to customize, It's a very easy figure to customize. It almost acts like a primer. So figures that are harder to customize are like ones with like dark red armors or bright red armors or things. So if that matters to anybody, those Mandalorian colors, they just paint up like a dream. So there's that too, or dye. They dye well too. So
yep,
yeah.
Getting into Hyper. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show off what you got me real quick, man.
Oh, you are you?
Yeah, because I did the unboxing video and dude, that video was so much fun to film. Hyper, like, so let me get to it. Hyper sent me a gift box when I hit 400 subscribers. I was not expecting it. I get a text from my HR lady at work, and she's like, "Hey, Cody, you have a package." I'm like, "Okay, I wasn't expecting anything. That's weird." So I get to work and I see a damn Millennium. What was it? The Millennium Falcon? No, Gamorrean Guard sticker on it. And I was like, "Okay, I know who this is from." And so I did a video on it. I'm probably going to post it Monday morning. I'm still in the process of editing it, but that video was so much fun. The gifts that Hyper sent me for my 400 subscriber mark was just extremely thoughtful. And I'm gonna start with like the slightly less big things and something that I'm just gonna throw some bulb on here. He's gifted me another diorama that he made, and I've seen this on his channel before. I was not expecting this. And I kind of you're gonna see my initial reaction, man. But I think it's hard to say because I love the other one he gifted me, but I think I like this one more, and that's very difficult for me to say. But
wow,
I love this one, dude. This backdrop, it's like I said, it's hard to say, man, because I love that other one so much. But dude, something about Tatooine just calls to me, and this just screams Tatooine or like desert planet to me.
I tried to make it look like Mos Espa, and
okay. Yeah, I can totally feel that, man. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
Okay, I love good. It. All right.
So he sent me this, and then this had me teary-eyed, and you'll see that in the video. He sent me, this is a Hasbro line, 3 3/4 inch. Me and my brother's favorite ship growing up, the Naboo N1 Starfighter, yellow, just like in the Phantom Menace. I got a little emotional when I opened this up. This was, like I said, this was me and my brother's favorite ship growing up. We had so many little toys based, like Hot Wheels based off this ship. And something else that I was not expecting. You see these 2 little buttons right here? It comes with the original missile, the blue missile that comes with it. It's also got some, where is it? The other piece. Some other little pieces, and we got some nice decals on the inside of the cockpit. Just a very beautifully done ship. But the thing that really got me, I don't know if y'all can hear this, but the electronics are still working in this thing. And Hyper restored this and because they were not working originally, from what I understand. And this is 1998. So you're talking about someone that's over 20 years old. And he sent this to me. This is as big as the Mandalorian's in one star. It's so grand, dude. I'm just super grateful for it, and I cannot wait to get this hung up.
So the thing about that particular starfighter is so one day I'm going to show you. One day you guys will think I've got a real problem. I've got way too many Star Wars ships. You won't even believe how many I have. It's kind of ridiculous. I have 5 Naboo starfighters, now 4. And that one was not working. And so I took it apart and I cleaned it up. I had to solder some stuff or whatever I had to do to it. Some white. If ever you have electronics and they're not working in the Star Wars vehicles, get yourself some Q-tips and some white vinegar and just sort of rub the contacts. Maybe get a little bit of a nail file and maybe just hit it with that and then just sort of pat them dry. But that white vinegar will take off any corrosion that might be in there. And then put some fresh batteries in it, and 9 times out of 10, it'll fire up. And so I just had fun restoring it for him. And I know he's a huge episode 1 fan. So when he hit 400 subscribers, I put a box in the mail, and the rest is history. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful for that, man. I was just not expecting that. And I was just going through the box, and there was just more and more stuff. And something else that he sent me with that, and this is just something real quick and small, but he also sent me the Naboo pilot, and I was confused. I knew this was a Naboo character, but I was like, this is not the Naboo guard. What is this? But it's the Naboo pilot. So he sent me this in addition with the N1 Starfighter. So I thought that is really awesome. Comes with the 2 blaster accessories. Very cool. I'm either going to pose them somewhere. I might try to fit them in the N1, or I'm either going to put them on my 3 3/4 inch section shelf. I'm not sure yet, but really love that. And then this thing right here, dude. I don't know which to show first. I'm going to show it at the same time. This thing right here. This blew my motherfucking mind, dude, when I seen this. Look at this motherfucker here, bro. Look at this fucking shit. Is this so fucking beautiful? Like, this looks absolutely fantastic. A customized figure, ARC Troop. Tell me real quick, Hyper, is this Echo? Who the hell is this?
I thought that's it was the one. That was the one that came in the Walmart thing. It was like the generic. I think it was just a generic. I can't remember. It was the one that had some red on it. Yeah. Some red markings. Yeah. I think it was like a Walmart exclusive one or something. And I just tweaked it a little bit. And I actually 3D printed the gun. That's the one thing I did 3D print in the last couple of months or something. Yeah.
Dude, that green visor is just so mean looking. It's absolutely sick looking.
Oh, thanks.
The weathering on here, man. He's got these. Is that a decal, Hyper?
Those are some water slides that. Yeah, they are. Yep.
Dude, I was because that's a droid right there. I don't know if is that coming up on camera, Hyper.
Yeah, not particular, not on mine, but yeah, that's a battle droid and a
Porg.
And a Porg, yeah.
I think that is so fantastic. There's decals on his chest, decals on his fucking helmet, dude. Look at this. I know my light might be a little bit too bright, but that might be a little bit better. I don't know. But there's so much weathering on this figure. He just did so. It's hard to capture on camera how much is actually done to this figure, but this absolutely blew my fucking mind. I love this thing so fucking much. This is probably one of my favorite figures in my collection now. That green, I would not think that color green and red would go together, but man, does it look fucking nasty. I love it.
It's actually the same color. If you look at the Republic gunships from Attack of the Clones, they had that lime green and red color, and I tried to mimic that a little bit. So
yeah, dude, it's fantastic, man. I'm so honored that you sent this to me, man. This is an incredible piece that I'm honored to have this in my collection.
Oh, thank you.
And it's even one of the removable helmet ones. Like, how fucking rad is that? And I realize I'm gonna post my unboxing of this probably Monday morning, like I said. But my reaction is just I was excited to say the least. I'll say that. So
let's see that diorama again. I can't even remember all I did to it.
This thing, all the green effect with the moss.
Yeah.
The live edge on the side. This kind of like tile look. It just looks like a rundown building, man. This is just crazy. And I just have to figure out where to put it on my shelf.
I know, right?
I got to reinforce myself. But this is just very brilliant. And in like a lot of ingenuity on Hyper's part, using this like PVC pipe. You can see that blue. It's just PVC pipe with different connectors, man. And what'd you do for this moss, Hyper? Because that looks fantastic.
So that moss is from my backyard, just out in the woods. I just collected it. And then what you do is, if you want it to look like moss, the thing about moss is it breaks down and degrades over time. So what you do is well, you've seen in some of my videos, all you have to do is take Mod Podge or white glue, and you saturate the moss into the glue. And then what it does is then it cures the moss into almost something rock hard. Yeah. And I think you'd agree, right? Like the finish on the moss it's almost like a cement at this point.
Oh, yeah, man. This is not going anywhere. None of this is going to fall on your shelf or anything.
Right.
It's very cool.
I tried to make it look like so because Stoned is a huge episode 1 fan. and so am I. But that particular diorama I had in store for a while, and I wanted it to kind of look like a rundown portion of Naboo, if there is such a thing. And I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit. It looks more Naboo-y than it does like Tatooine, for example. I think, but
yeah, with this kind of like tile look, it does remind me of like one of the, like an old like building of Naboo or something like that. You know,
right, yeah.
The swamps near the Gungans or something like that. Just such a stellar, beautiful piece. And Hyper, you're getting a lot of love, man. People are saying Curtis says that's absolutely beautiful. Matt,
thank you,
killer. And hey, I thought it was Fordo, guys. Wiso and Brian and Fordo. I didn't realize Fordo had the removable helmet, so I was like, "Fuck, is this Echo?" And I was like, "There's no way Hyper bought a $55 fucking figure and did that."
Because you're right, I didn't.
Yeah, I would hope not. Anyways, I hope if you get an Echo, the Target exclusive, you better keep that for you. Don't you dare send me something like that. But
really.
This is just. I was thinking it was Fordo because of the red. It is a Walmart exclusive, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And he does come with both his DC-17 blaster pistols. So something that we all know that they messed up on the ARC Troopers was not giving them double trigger fingers on each hand. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I am so honored to fucking have it in my collection. This might not even go on my shelf. This might stay on my desk with me, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, this is really fucking cool, Hyper. This is really
Thank you very much. And so really, the thing is so you can get those decals one of two ways. You can either just find them and print them out on yourself and put them on some sticker paper, or you can go to eBay and somebody's already done it for you. And so once every 2 or 3 months, I go onto eBay and I just start looking for different sizes of water slide decals.
Yeah.
And I print out, I have my own water slide decal paper for my printer. And if I can't find something I want, I just print it out myself, or, but typically somebody already has it done for you on eBay. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got those decals off of eBay. And they're very, very small, and they're just like black and white. But I thought, I could use those for something. That's got to probably be cool. And so I thought, putting them on like ARC Trooper holsters is just kind of like a funny little, like putting a battle droid on an ARC Trooper holster is just kind of funny, or a Porg, like target practice, and so that was kind of the thought. But I thought it was kind of cool when I did it, and I'm glad you like it. So
it's a beautiful piece, man. I'm excited to get it fit into my collection. I am so excited. So do you want to get into? I know you wanted to kind of keep it at a little bit of a decently shorter time tonight. Do you want to cover some news real quick? Maybe do some skeleton?
Yeah, let's do some. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Yeah. So now we're going to get into. I was wanting to come up with something kind of quirky, like the Naboo newsletter or something, but it just felt a little. I didn't want it to feel forced. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we are going to do. We'll try to come up with our little segment of Black Series news, our little version of it.
Naboo, so
go ahead.
We're not going to call it the Coruscant Times, right?
Ooh, that's good. I like that. That's actually pretty good. Because, I was thinking it's got to be like a core world. It can't be like something like Nal Hutta, something. Well, I guess it could be, but I thought it would be cool to do like a core world that's like more populated and like where news gets too fast and stuff. Coruscant, it will be perfect for that.
The Coruscant Gazette.
Ooh, Coruscant Gazette. That's
Coruscant, the Coruscant Tribune. The what is it? What's the other one? Like the Cleveland Plain Dealer, like the Coruscant Plain Dealer, something like that.
The Coruscant. We'll come. This is kind of funny. The Jedi Journal. That's kind of funny.
There you go. All right, we'll take it.
I'll fuck with that a little bit. The Jedi Journal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
all right, so we wanted to sort of just dip our toes in the water of probably what's the most unique show coming down the line, and that would be the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, like this show is kind of missing the mark for me, at least from what I see.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because I didn't think I'd like The Acolyte, and I absolutely love The Acolyte.
Yeah, man.
So, and I sort of took the bait at first, and I wasn't. I kind of believed that it was going to be bad, and I didn't give it a chance until finally one day I watched it, and I'm like, what am I doing? This show is awesome, So I'll give it a shot, but it's kind of missing the mark for me. I'm not really feeling the Goonies vibe with it. But
okay, I feel you.
What do you think? What do you think? Yeah.
So I'm kind of on the opposite end, man. I am a big Goonies. I didn't finish watching Stranger Things. I kind of got out of it, but I like the vintage vibe it had. It kind of felt like it was like the 80s or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do like the idea of. I like the idea of it, and I think it could be really good. I think it was a little off-putting when you see a Star Wars OT and he's walking a fucking dog. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But, and you see like where it's kind of like a suburban neighborhood and stuff like that. It's a little, I could see how it could be a little off-putting. It doesn't feel like Star Wars, but if you can just kind of like let go for a minute and just be like, this is fantasy. This is another galaxy. Why wouldn't there be some kind of like core world planet that had like a suburban atmosphere?
Sure.
Neighborhoodly, so sometimes you just gotta. Unfortunately, we're not in the era of George Lucas anymore, and it's just the way it is. And I'm cool with respecting the old lore and the old ways, of course, but you got to be open to newer things. If you think about it, George Lucas had this part of the timeline for Star Wars, and Star Wars goes on. There's Star Wars past just where George Lucas has it. Some people think differently, but why not explore what goes past just the Skywalker trilogy, and I think this is taking place during the same time as the Mandalorian or like shortly after or something. So it is in the Mandoverse. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I just think I'm kind of excited for it. It looks Timbo's kind of sharing some. He feels excited for it.
Oh yeah, and you know what, Timbo, you're right. That does. You would definitely get some ideas from this show, I think, for the things that you do. Has anybody ever seen? There's a YouTube channel. He's a magnificent artist, man. Like, this guy is magnificent. His name is Skybottom Station. Does anybody know about Skybottom Station?
I've never heard of him. Is he on Instagram or YouTube?
So he's on YouTube, and he's built this world, this diorama that's enormous. Like it's like his whole house, and he's got it filled up with very much like what Timbo does, very much like what other people do. There's another guy called Empire out there, and they build these incredible worlds, comic book shops and restaurants and all these things. And Skybottom Station it's that times 100. And I see there's a lot of potential for people who like world building to go into suburbia and bring that element in, and that could be a lot of fun. And so I do recognize it. It's not hitting me right yet, though. I sometimes you got to get through 3 episodes before you can understand the vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's a lot of people. Isaiah knows of them. Brian Myers, Matt Bryant, Timbo. They all know. Which I know some of y'all guys. Isaiah, you're new here to the chat. Once again, thank you for joining, as well as everybody else. Brian, or normals. Timbo, appreciate all of our regulars, especially Matt. That's awesome to have somebody in the community like that checking us out. But Isaiah, yeah, man. The 3 3/4 stuff, I've never heard of him before. I'll have to check him out for sure.
So Doug Smith, you won't be disappointed. Skybottom, he's good, man. It's a fun one to watch, and you can just get lost in his videos. He's really something. I enjoy his stuff. But there's kind of, I guess the whole reason I mentioned him is because there is in the previews that I've seen for this particular show, I feel like Skybottom was like the creative mastermind behind it or something. Just a really interesting world,
And Timbo chiming in here saying he's a part of the world building community. He was inspired by Empire Toy Works. Now, I have heard of them. I've heard of them. I'm not super educated on them or anything, but I have heard of them before.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to one of the first, and y'all, I know I'm gonna try to get another monitor one day so I can screen share and all that fancy shit, like the more fancy professional streams. But I'm a caveman. But right here we have it's kind of, this is not the best photo. This is one of the first in-hand looks of Brutus. He's the Wolfman species from the OT trilogy, the original trilogy.
Yep.
And it's just cool to get a brand new sculpt, and he's like an OT alien. It's badass. Got 4 blasters. Looks really, really cool. Brand new sculpt.
Oh, even if the show sucks, I'm buying that figure. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, dude, he could easily fit into your OT shelf in like a New Hope or a Cantina, whatever, dude.
Definitely, yeah.
He looks fantastic. Yeah. He's just got the pirate. I'm all about pirate, especially when I was in high school. Me and my brother were. So the fact that he's Pirate Captain Brutus. Port Borgo is what he's number 6 in the Skeleton Crew wave. And the fact that he's like Blackbeard, the way he's got the blasters, like the flintlock pistol. They look like flintlock pistols, but obviously they're blasters. But the way that they holster on his chest is just so fucking cool to me.
Yep. I agree with you. Why so Isaiah? Absolutely instant purchase, probably 2. Add 2 to the cart.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly,
cart. Use some cool customs with that, perhaps.
Oh my lord, yes.
You never knew you could like lighten up the face and like give it like some gray or brown and make it a different, you could do all kinds of shit.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of potential with that figure. The other figures, and I think part of it too is like, so if I'm being honest, a lot of my opinion about what I think about the show is based upon the figure pictures that I've seen from the other characters. And the other characters, I don't know. They seem like weird looking characters, or actually they seem like Earth characters. I feel like I could just see them at the gas station down the street. Like they're and I don't know. Like I okay, all right, I guess let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'll reserve judgment on it. I guess I'll just go into it with an open mind.
Yeah, Isaiah Neil is the character, the elephant-looking character. I believe he's supposed to be the same species as Max Rebo, but I'm not sure. And thank you for watching my channel before. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Go check out Hyper's channel too, man. He's got some awesome stuff, man. But I appreciate you checking out my stuff, man. I'm glad you were able to catch us live, dude. That's awesome. Very happy. People are pretty hyped, man. Wasso, Timbo, Isaiah, everybody's.
Hey, and you know what? Just let's take a moment real quick, just to I want to congratulate you on going way past 400 subs now, Stone. And dude, you're on your way, man. I'm just riding your coattails over here. I just yeah.
Dude, you're at 399, man. You're practically there, dude. Y'all, if you're not subscribed to Hyper, go ahead and go check out Hyper. He's at 399. Go ahead and help this man hit 400 live on stream, dude. That'd be sick.
You know what? It's like I always say. I'm serious. I'm totally serious. If you like my stuff, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, it's okay. Like I would rather have people who really love what I'm doing than people who could care less, because that's always my goal, is to have quality, not quantity. So I understand. My channel will always probably be on the small side, and that's cool, So yeah.
And I'm sorry, go ahead, Hyper.
No, man, no, like I said, I'm just with Stone. I'm riding his coattails into stardom right here. This is what we're doing.
Hey, man, we're and I say this, and like I said, I've already filmed my unboxing of Hyper's 400 sub gift box here, my episode 1 fun pack, and like I said, I filmed it Friday on the 17th, or we have 18th. Yeah, I'm sorry, the 18th, yesterday technically, and what was I saying, Hyper? I lost my train of thought, man.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. It's called Hyperdrive Collections. That's my channel.
Yeah, I was going to address that too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Stone? What were you?
We were talking about so I remember at the time, me and you were neck and neck, and then we did our live stream, and then you were doing your tutorials, and they were really, you kind of bumped up ahead of me there for a minute, and me and Hyper were like, we're happy when one of us surpasses each other. We're trying to pull each other up as we do this, man. So I just think I want to thank all of y'all for subscribing to my channel, man. The fact that I hit 400 in a year, the day before the anniversary of my channel, the year anniversary, I hit 400. So that was really special to me, and that's only thanks to all of you in chat and Hyper himself. I just really appreciate all y'all, and I just fucking love doing this, dude. I love talking about Star Wars and getting to know the community. This is just so much fucking fun, dude.
I agree. And
hey, you want 400.
Oh, no way. Hey.
Yo, Matt's at like 5,000. Matt's like,
all right. So listen, I'm not leaving my house until the gift box shows up now.
Word. Hey, man, speaking of.
Don't you dare. No, seriously. No.
No, I'm just going to say, I know it's not necessary. I'm going to do this one day obviously when I can, because I want to. I have to send you a congratulations. Dude, you sent me a hell of a gift. And it's not a favor. It's not anything like that. It's because I want to. I am honored you sent this shit to me. And the least I can do is send you a little something, man.
Well, listen, it makes for great content, I think. So, and I don't know, I mean, people, first of all, I want to just address that I am very sorry. I was not able to get a custom figure and a diorama for this show for a giveaway tonight. And I will do better in the future, I promise. I was caught a little bit flat-footed over the last several weeks, and so we will have more giveaways to come. I promise you that we will. And for those of you who have won the things, the past giveaways, you know that we actually really do send them out, and it's like legit. But unfortunately, this week I was not able to. So stay tuned for the next one. We'll have another one of these soon, and there will be a giveaway that will definitely make up for the lack of this one. So just know that, okay? So
Hyper, you do not need to apologize, man. The fact that you are giving out a free figure to someone, and people have offered to pay for shipping, both Timbo and Gen X Brian, who have gotten the first two giveaways, offered to pay for shipping. Me and Hyper refused it. I actually owe Hyper. I need to send him some figures for him to do for custom. It's time for me to dip into the pot. But dude, you do not need to apologize for not having a fit. I don't want people coming here just thinking that they're going to get a free figure, and you are so
right.
So generous by doing that already. That's a privilege, not a right, for you to send out a free figure. That's something that you did out of the kindness of your heart, and you've done it twice now. Like I said, I'm going to send you something, a couple figures or a figure, at least one or two, for the next couple of giveaways. Because I just feel like you've put in your little bit to the pot, so it's time for me to put in a little bit for mine. You do not need to apologize for that, man. You do not.
Hey, listen, Isaiah's asking, do we have a live stream schedule? And typically what we were doing is we started out once a month, and I think now we're doing every 2 weeks on Saturdays. So the next one would be 2 Saturdays from now, 8 p.m. is what I think we're committing to, right? So
I think every 2 weeks would be enough. Like, if sometimes we don't have news to cover or anything like that, it's not too much time where we have to fluster to talk about everything. And then it's just enough time where we can buy some new figgies, get some cool news, and if we don't have anything to talk about, we can always do like cool lists or just talk with you awesome motherfuckers, man.
Right.
So
speaking of news, so we kind of touched upon the figure releases for what you call it there, the show there. What's it called? The Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, that's right.
But there is a figure, man. There is a figure I can't wait for, and I know it's dropping soon, and I hope it's one of the Bantha bargain. I hope I'm not a Toydarian swindle category, but I really want that Prince Shizor figure bad, man.
We talked about that last stream. That's got a lot of sculpting, a lot of nice paint on it. Brand new species. I forget what his species is.
Feline.
Fantastic. What is it?
He's a feline.
Feline. Okay, very interesting. And his species is actually kind of like the majority of the Black Sun Syndicate. So like his species is in Clone Wars. So you could easily, if you're not an Heir to the Empire fan, you could easily throw him in your Clone Wars shelf, and he's a Black Sun Syndicate crime person,
I believe wasn't there a female feline in Clone Wars? Am I remembering that right?
I think it was Bad Batch, right? No,
Bad Batch. Yeah, right. Somebody, yeah.
Was it Bad Batch? I can't remember now.
A really cool character. There was in one of those iterations. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, dude. Now you got my brain going.
So the two figures that I can't wait for are Shizor and that new Princess Leia. I cannot wait to get. That's another absolute like instant Insta banger sounds weird when you're talking about that, but I'm going with an insta banger.
Yeah. No, man, that Leia,
on that, you know,
that Leia and that Luke is because I actually like the archive Leia. It's not perfect, but it's decent to me. Once you hit that face with some matte spray, it looks really good.
Yeah.
But that Power of the Force Luke is trash. I hate to talk negative about that, but those poofy soft goods it just doesn't look good, man. And I like soft goods when it's executed right. Like Darth Malgus has some amazing soft goods.
Yeah.
Gamorrean Guard, amazing soft goods. But then you got some that are just very poofy. The Princess Leia, you could even argue, is a little poofy for the soft goods, but
yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like, man, they're hitting their stride. I just hope Hasbro. I hope Hasbro continues. I really want them to go down the Revenge of the Sith road. For the love of God, can we just get some Revenge of the Sith figures, please? I mean, when you think about, especially everything from Attack of the Clones. When was the last time you saw an Attack of the Clones clone on the shelf, or Ki-Adi-Mundi, or the battle droids? Like, they evaporate before they get to the toy shelf, and I really feel like if they hit what is it, Revenge of the Sith, Lord have mercy, like, give us some Galactic Marines.
Oh, dude, man,
what's the problem?
Dude, getting we already have Ki-Adi, and then we're getting Bakara. That maroon is almost like I just like the look of the Snow Trooper, and that's kind of like the Clone Wars, the clone version of that, the Galactic Marine, and that maroon is just beautiful.
Yep.
Troy was saying, we were talking about that Black Series. Have you seen the face sculpt on the new Luke?
It's awesome.
Oh, you like it?
I like it. Okay. I like it personally. Yeah.
I love how you have I just like your perspective, man. I just like that it's different, because I do not like it. I do not.
Here the thing is I've had so many Luke Skywalker figures in my collection, even like these stupid Hot Toys ones. They can't get it right sometimes.
Yeah.
And you pay big money. The 3/4 inch, the 3 3/4 inch, 6 inch. They've made 7-inch Lukes. They've made 12-inch Lukes. I feel like I think somebody just said, Troy just said, the SH Figure Arts is the best 6-inch Luke. That is an absolute banger. I actually own that one, and that is an awesome figure. And I think that this Luke on the new Black Series Luke is giving that one a run for its money. I think the sculpt is there on the face.
Okay.
To me anyways, but and it's a reasonable price, because that SH Figure Arts Luke is $100. So if I can get one damn near that price, I'll take it, So, but
Brian, I doubt you're the only one that wants a cloud car, man. I think that would be sick.
Oh, I'm all about it. Absolutely.
I think that would be so cool, man.
Yeah.
The one thing, obviously, I'm excited for Commander Bakara, but dude, that commando droid is fucking. I just really hope that it stands well, because if it does, dude, I'm gonna buy 3 or 4 of those. I only have one on pre-order right now from Big Bad, but
does anybody where I don't know about anybody else, but these figures are getting harder and harder and harder to find at retail. Like, you basically can't find them at retail. I don't live by a Walmart. I don't have a Walmart within 50 miles of me. So I do have a Target, and I've got some comic book shops and stuff, and I've got a GameStop. But I mean, I can't find these figures on the shelf. I have to do all, and I like to hunt and peck for the best package, the best paint, the best this and that. And so I'm sort of at the mercy of wherever I buy it from online now. Is anybody else finding these like clone troopers and stuff? Like, I can't find them, and it's frustrating, because I still like the hunt, and I feel like that's kind of a thing of the past. But
take care, Waso. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Germany. It's 4 a.m. there. He always catches our streams, man, and stays up late to hang out with us. Thank you, Waso.
Yeah, thank you very much. Doug finds everything at retail. Okay, in Albuquerque. Okay, I certainly I envy you. I can't find anything. If I find anything at all, I find it at GameStop for usually a markup, and yeah, yeah. But my Target has been dry. All the last thing my Target has, I have like the Tuscan Chieftain sitting on the pegs. That's been a year now, I think, right, or something, and nothing since. So yeah.
I can't wait to, like I said, I have a couple figures in my pile of loot. I was just waiting for Ahsoka Peridea to come in. I have 2 Darth Mauls, Phantom Menace, the single release. I have the 2 Captain Rexes. I have Plo Koon, the reissue, of course. And then I forget what else I have in there, but I'm getting ready to ship that, because dude, now that I've seen your Phantom Menace Maul, I'm really ready to have mine.
Well, I'll tell you, when it comes to Leia, Luke, and Maul, any non-helmeted characters, I really like to pick the best one I can find on the shelf. And you used to be able to do that, but I just find it's harder and harder to find lately, at least in my area. But, I'm encouraged to hear that other people are finding them, so maybe my area will eventually catch up again, I hope. Because I really want to be choosy when it comes to the Luke and the Leia particularly.
Be able to check them out in person, see the photo reel and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, I'm hoping that I'll have plenty to choose from. I'll be lucky to ever find it once, in a beat up box on a destroyed pallet from GameStop. They'll put it out, and I'll be lucky to get that one, Yeah. So,
real quick, I wanted to talk about, I kind of skipped over, because like the Skeleton Crew figures are cool. I don't know if I'm in on any other ones other than Neil, because they're mostly kids. We did get to see a look at what's his name? I forget his damn name. The guy who's playing he's playing a Force user in Skeleton Crew. I forget his name. Very well known actor. Everybody was surprised to see him.
Yeah.
Did you were you able to pre-order Commander Cody? I secured 2.
I did. I got one.
So Jude Law, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Brian.
Jude Law, that's right. Yes.
He's playing a Force user in Skeleton Crew, so that should be pretty interesting. The figure of him looked great. Like I said, just the kids. I'm kind of one of those people. It's cool to see, because back in the day, like with the Phantom Menace stuff, they would release the figures before the movie came out to create the hype and the marketing for the movie. But nowadays, it's just a little bit different, and I kind of want to see the show or movie before I buy stuff, in my opinion. So the kids were not that interesting to me, besides Neil, the elephant Rebo species, and then Brutus. That is a no-brainer pickup. Yeah. But I do want to talk about Commander Cody, man, because that Revenge of the Sith packaging is just so nostalgic, man. I remember being in Walmart back in the day as a kid and seeing that circular bubble with fucking Obi-Wan and Vader, Anakin, doing the Revenge of the Sith fight. It's just burned in my mind. And Commander Cody is my favorite clone. Obviously, like I said earlier in the stream, my name is Cody. So like when I was a kid, that was important. It was cool to me. But also just the design, the visor over the face. I'm favorable to the phase 2. That yellowish orange for the 212th is just so sick. Just pops,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I love that packaging, but I would love to see it released in the main lines, because I've got a really nice box collection going on as well.
Yeah.
And the boxes mean a lot to me. I really like it. So I'm hoping that I'm definitely going to buy. I already pre-ordered the one on the Revenge of the Sith packaging, but I'm hoping that they release it again. And I'm sure they will. And they'll probably do 3 other or 4 other commanders from that, new style to get the value out of the mold. So, I'm excited about that, but I do want to see it in the regular box.
Is that coming up on Camera Hyper?
Yeah, I got a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, I got to get another monitor, man. But he comes with the Emperor Holocom for Order 66. I wasn't expecting that, man. I think that's
that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. Hey, just to address. So yeah, where is Skeleton Crew in the timeline? That is a good question.
Matt answered it. It's kind of around the time of Mando, the Mandoverse.
Okay. All right.
Taking place. but he does have the removable helmet too. I don't know if is this showing up on camera, man? It looks bright.
Yeah, I got it. I can see it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. But it just looks absolutely fantastic. On the 2023 buck, of course, with some slight retooling. But this just looks so cool. I love that they gave us the Emperor Holocron. That is epic. I was not expecting that.
So is that going to be on the updated clone trooper body with just the Cody attachments? Is that what they're doing?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
It ought to be, right? It ought to be. So.
Oh, for sure. Commander Cody, the time has come. Execute Order 66.
We all knew that was coming. We knew we weren't escaping this without that.
Ian McDermott kills that part, dude. He kills that part.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's great.
So that is just so hyped to me, getting Revenge of the Sith packaging. I was really stoked to see that. And to see it with the Holocron, I was just so hyped Friday morning to see that. For 10/17, that was the Walmart exclusive day that they were doing. And that's another thing I want to talk about is we have 4 more events coming up before the end of the year, dude. We have London NCM. We got New York Comic-Con. I believe that was the one that just happened. Then we got 10/27, and then New York Comic-Con happened. There's 3, so there's technically 3 more. The London NCM, 10/27, and what's the third one? I have it in my notes somewhere.
You know, Tasha Hobby brings up a good point, though. Tasha goes, it's a long time to wait, and June, and it is. Yeah. That feels like a long time. And you know, I've noticed lately too, like with a lot of the Pulse things, like I know people are still waiting for the Ghost that they paid for last year, you know, and I do feel like it's almost like they're doing a Super 7 thing where we're waiting 2 years now for stuff to come out. You know, you pre-order it and then you wait for a year. But you know, I understand they're trying to keep interest alive in the line and everything. But yeah, it does seem like a long time. I agree. You know, that's 9 months away. So
yeah. And, you know, I was actually talking to my mom and her husband about this, and I was pre-ordering them on lunch when I was having lunch with them. And my wife, I think my wife was sitting there too, and she was like June 1st, and they were like June 1st, 2025. I was like, yeah, but it's for people that is a long time to wait. But you got to think for them to make these figures, they have to create the mold, which can be anywhere from tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I forget what stream it was on. I think it was Lucas Monster, one of the more popular guys in the community. They were talking to the Hasbro team. It can take anywhere from 12 to 18 months for the production of a figure to get like through the manufacturing process and painted by hand, the photoreal applied, and distribution, all that stuff. There's a lot that goes into making these figures, believe it or not, you know. But
yeah,
it is a long time. It sucks, man. But that just builds up the angst and the hype for.
Yeah, true enough. It's true. You know, yeah, Doug is saying, where's my Ghost? Yeah, a lot of people are saying, where's my Ghost right now? You know, and I got a good friend of mine, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to scream because I think it was supposed to be delivered by now, right? I mean, like we're delivered a while ago, right? Yeah. So
how much was that?
I didn't pull the trigger on the Ghost. I did pull the trigger on the Cantina, and my children will probably be setting that up over my grave by the time I get it, you know. So, you know, just put a little card table over the tombstone and play with it, you know.
Damn, I didn't realize this either. I was thinking Cody would sell it too. Supposedly, Matt's saying that he's still available. That's kind of crazy, but maybe they just made a shit ton of them. Maybe they made a shit ton of Codys because people are clamoring for that Revenge of the Sith goodness. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I am so hyped, man, because I don't know if you check Yak Face forums at all, but I was looking the other day, and this is well known in the community now, but we actually have 4 more slots. We have an Attack of the Clones figure coming out, 4 slots for Revenge of the Sith, and then another Phantom Menace figure coming as well. There's a lot of prequel shit still coming.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
I am super excited, man. I cannot wait. I am. Last year when they said they were going to be focused more on prequels, they were not fucking lying, dude. They were not.
Yeah, no. I still have yet to pick up a few Phantom Menace figures. I got to get Anakin still, and did I pick? I think I picked up Pat. Yeah. Well, anyways, I've got a few that I need to get still,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to see. I'd love for them to do that, and definitely return to Attack of the Clones for a couple more figures I'd like to see from there. Revenge of the Sith. I mean, I think I'm with everyone when I say we really want Galactic Marines. We really want more Council Jedi.
Yes,
especially from Episode 1. Like, I'd love to see them do some ones, maybe come with the Council chairs, and then the Palpatine arrest scene.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole bunch of arena Jedi. Like, oh my God, there's and then the Order 66 clones, like 327 Star Corps. Like, let's do this,
dude. There's still a lot of clone repaints that they haven't done yet that they could still fucking do.
Right, exactly. Not to mention, I'd love to see a Watt Timbre, the Techno Union.
Yes, dude. Oh man,
right?
That would be little,
Yes,
dude. That would be the Trade Federation. Just whatever. I forget the line now. Damn it. Damn it. I should know that. I should be able to spit that out. But dude, Watt Timbre will be fucking. Yeah,
Watt Timbre. I want some Geonosians. God damn it!
The Lesser with the fucking, beard and shit.
Exactly.
With sparrow beads on his fucking yeah, dude.
That's what I want.
Geonosian warrior. You have a 3 3/4 inch. Scale it up. Scale it up. Like
you think you like your Geonosis diorama now? How about if you had some Geonosians to go with it?
That would be incredible. That would be so. Dude, if they did that, like I'm honestly, dude, any kind of alien that they do, prequel or OT, I'm gonna buy it. I gotta support it.
Yeah, of course, right?
Just kill alien sculpts. I don't have nothing on the table here with me, but they just do such a good job with droids and aliens, man. I feel like they're really starting to, as far as the droids go, they're starting to kind of find their niche. You know what I'm saying? Really helping to get them stand and stuff. I would like to see them. I don't know, this might be a waste of resources, but I would like to see a retooled battle droid. I know there's not much you could do, but there's got to be another way where you could balance. I only own one, and he's still on car. I need some B1s on my shelf, but I hear a lot of people complain about those standing. So because they are very skinny, petite figures, very skinny legs. They don't have a whole lot of weight to them, so they don't counterbalance well. But I would like some more B1s. But man, the Super Battle Droid is just incredible. I'm really hoping that they continue that with the Commando Droid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That Commander Cody. So I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Have you seen the new head sculpt for Savage Opress? I know I'm bouncing everywhere right now.
So I have not, but I would love to get that figure in my hands. Yes,
man, it looks absolutely incredible. And obviously the picture that I have, it doesn't have the paint. It doesn't have any paint or photoreal applied to it. It's literally just the sculpt. Can you see that?
Yeah. It's awesome. That's awesome.
The bigger horns, man. Like I said, anytime there's an alien, I don't care if it's a Zabrak, prequel, OT, I'm going to buy it. And this looks great.
Hey, welcome, Black Series Galaxy Collector. I would agree. Shmi would be on my list for sure. I would absolutely love a Shmi. I've always wanted to do Anakin's hovel, like when he's a little kid and Qui-Gon and they all go visit Anakin and they have dinner. Like, I would love to do that, and I would love to be able to put a Shmi Skywalker in there. That's a good one. And a Watto, too. I would love a Watto figure.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Watto's one of my favorite, dude. I'm gonna refrain from doing that because if it gets to the point, I'm gonna do a Watto impression every fucking stream. So
you got to do it now. We can't just,
What do you think you are, some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that? Watto's my dude, man. Republic
Watto
here. I need something more real.
Yes,
love Watto. Going off Matt's comment. Yeah, man. I hope he needs to be beefy. Savage is a tank, man. He needs to be the same size as Malgus. 100% agree. And I'll pay deluxe price. I will pay $33.99 for Savage, dude.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, we will be, so you don't have to worry, right? So.
Isaiah, totally agreed, man. Like, Maul is already intimidating, and then you see this big tank motherfucker yellow version of Maul, like buff on like a powerlifter Maul, Zabrak. Like,
Yeah.
Face training, just another level.
You're right. Who just said that? Yeah, Matt Bryant. Yes. Do not undersize that figure. You know, I'm still waiting for the Balin skull, the appropriately sized Balin skull. Like, don't micro Galaxy Squadron the biggest characters, please. Like, please let's not do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because when the Shin Hati was like a half an inch taller than Balin, and you're like, what? That's not going to work for me.
Yeah, it's weird. So, it's hard to unnotice. Like, I hate to be one of those picky people like, oh, my figure's not the right size or scale. But, like, you know, everything else is already so, like, to point. Consistency, when you mess up, it's like you got this really great shit and then you just drop, you know.
Right.
I seen shit in Target and she looks cool.
She looks really cool.
She looks cool, but she's big, man. She's not no Amazon Wonder Woman lady. She's a young girl Padawan, you know?
Right. And then like Balin's skull is like, you know, he looks like a 5'9" dude, like just accountant, you know, and you're like, what happened? What did we do? You know, like,
yeah.
You know, like he's this huge, imposing dude. I mean, what's his name in real life? Ray Stevenson was a big dude.
Yeah, man.
You know, like I just don't see how they got with all the computer technology and all of the you know, the face mapping that they do and everything. They just didn't remember to add an extra half an inch to the legs or something. It was really a weird thing.
Yeah, the fact that people have to buy, people shouldn't have to go buy another figure like Reva to switch out the thighs to make it the way that and that's cool. Like, I respect that. I admire that. But you shouldn't have to buy another figure to make another figure better. That's a little wild.
Wow, that's Hasbro's new thing for getting rid of the Reva figures, compatible with Balin's skull.
Dude, they knew they planned this out. They didn't release it with the cloak. They made her too tall. A year from now, they're going to re-release like, oh, correctly scaled Balin and Shin. Fuck you, Hasbro.
You know what? It's going to say on the back of the Balin skull package, buy Reva to correct height. You know, like, thank you.
Buy Reva for correct scale. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy, man. So
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. But
yeah.
Well, anyways, hey, look, you know what? We said we'd try to keep it to about 2 hours. We're now at about 2 hours and 12. Should we wrap it up or?
I say we got 13 people in here, man. I say we go a few more minutes and we still got
minutes. Okay, got it. Okay.
We got 13 people in here. I just think that's really good. We appreciate everybody coming to hang out.
It is. My battery is about to die, so I might just pop off. So.
That's cool, man. I can keep it. I'll keep it going for a little bit. I won't stay on here.
Yeah. So I'm in my collector's room, and I don't have. There's no plug for me to plug it in close by. So, so whatever. But I'll just go until I die. So
I understand. Well, yeah. If something happens, I won't go on much longer after this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Series Collector says keep going. Okay.
It's crazy. There's so many new people here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. I love doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I love talking with people about fucking Star Wars. Like, we're just two guys with a camera that love Star Wars, man.
So having said that, real quick, I just want to take like 3 minutes and just ask, like, is anybody watching The Penguin right now? Is anybody into that? Speaking of TV shows and everything, I was just curious.
My cousin,
because I find that to be enthralling. That is a great show.
Yeah, my cousin Brandon has been telling me a lot about it, and you as well.
Yeah. So if you like, so I know the Joker movie that's out now isn't being received too well because they decided to make it a musical for some reason, which I cannot understand. I don't know why they did that, but the Penguin is not a musical. I promise you that. But it's really good TV, even if and it's not Batman centric. It's not the type of show where you need to have detailed knowledge about Batman. It's really just more like a Boardwalk Empire type of a show, or it's almost like there's elements of Breaking Bad to it. There's elements of Boardwalk Empire. Sopranos, along those types of shows. It takes place in Gotham, and there's events that you might be familiar with having seen the movies, but it is not. You do not have to be invested in DC Batman lore at all to do it.
Yeah.
And I really like the way they do that. So it brings in people who might not necessarily want to watch a comic book show. It's a comic book show in name only, The Penguin, but it really is much more of a really hard, dark crime drama. So, anyways, if you're not watching it, you might like it. I know it's not Star Wars related, but it's just really good. I kind of wish Book of Boba Fett was a little bit more like The Penguin, to be honest with you. You know?
Yeah. Everybody's talking about Bad Batch right now, and
oh yeah,
in Grom, is that a threat, Master Grom? That was my little Palpatine impression. Secretly a Sith Lord trying to be pretend a normal dude, bro. You can't even see my yellow eyes, son. What are you talking about, dude? No, I'm just joking. But they were talking about Bad Batch, man, and me and you, we've talked about Bad Batch, man. We love Bad Batch.
Love it.
Absolutely awesome.
So I thought the final scenes in the Bad Batch were really interesting. The way that sort of wrapped up, I know a lot of people had a lot to say about it. I thought it was really sort of poetic the way they finished the series. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, with the way that and I thought just the little things in that show, man, like hemlock, him being that's a poisonous plant. You know, and the fact that he's kind of like poisoning everything that's going on with the whole clone situation, with Palpatine and just the clones in general, like the Jango Fett clones, the clones themselves.
Yeah.
But I thought that, dude, I could have swore that all the brothers were going to die. I thought it was going to end in them sacrificing for Omega to let her on. And I thought maybe like Vader was going to show up and it was just going to shut, and then you know what happens. Like they're not gonna beat fucking Vader. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
During that time, this is right after Revenge of the Sith. Order 66 had already happened. I don't know. I would assume this is 3 years after Order 66 has happened. This is the third season, because season 1 takes place during Order 66, and then shows you everything as Caleb Doob. It shows you Caleb Balaba. Like, dude, I really like, I don't mean a Dave Filoni ass kisser, mean to be a Dave Filoni ass kisser, but I just feel like that show, he has the mind for like a show, like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And everything in between that's people call filler, that help you get to know the characters and get bonded to them. That's the shit that just makes it feel so like, it just makes it feel relatable. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say.
Yeah. And I agree. Isaiah Hemlock had a presence to him. Yeah, I think he did too. I think he was really cool. You wanted him to get the end that he deserved, and he did. But he also sort of filled that role of the snitch and that really unlikable but necessary sort of alliance that was made, and that was really cool. Yeah,
I agree. I totally agree. He was very conniving, kind of not quite Thrawn's level, but just very like calm, collected, very strategic, very calculated. I really did enjoy his interpretation. And the guy who voiced him, I forget his name. He just that voice, because the dude that does the voice, I think when you see him, he does not look like he sounds. He's got like blonde curly hair.
Right. It's weird. Yeah.
Timbo, Mount Tantus is actually a Legends. They took that from Legends. Yep, that's correct.
Mount Tantus was Thrawn, Jorah Saboth. Yep, absolutely. Kaboth. Yep. Andor 2. Yeah, let's go. I'm there for it. I don't necessarily want any figures from Andor, but I want to see the show.
The characters are just not toyetic enough. There's no alien. It's mostly human, you know, because they're on Imperial planets. Oh, y'all, I think we just lost Hyper. Yep, I think we lost Hyper. His stuff must have died out. Well, if y'all are here, I'm gonna keep going. I hate to do this without Hyper, but I'm just really enjoying talking to y'all. That sucks. Hyper, I don't know if you watch this on the replay, man. Had a good time talking with you, dude. I'll talk to you after the stream. But yeah, season 2 of Andor looks absolutely fantastic, man. Season 1 started out a little bit slow. I will say, like my mom kind of had some hard time getting into it. But once you get past the 3rd episode, like the heist of Aldhani or the Aldhani heist episode, that was just very, very well written, man. That is an awesome, awesome show. Punch it, Chewie. Yeah, punch it, Chewie. Sure did, man. Yeah, Hyper's texting me now, man. Yeah, that sucks that his stuff died, dude. I'm gonna text him back real quick, everybody. Okay. But yeah, I'm really stoked for Andor season 2, man. I'm really excited. And I just like because Rogue One was amazing. That's probably one of the best Disney Star Wars movies to come out. Obviously, just the whole movie itself, the sacrifice at the ending to get the Death Star plans to the Rebel Alliance. And then, of course, the famous hallway Vader scene. Just absolutely insane, man. And yeah, dude, that's cool. You like the toys. That's cool, man. Like, if you like the show, you buy. That's the thing about collecting, man. You got to buy what you like. You know, that's the most important thing. If it brings you joy, that's what matters. And dude, I think they postponed it for 2025 because I know the Mando and Grogu movie is 2026. I think Ahsoka is 2025 as well. I believe I forget what month it is. I think it's the middle or beginning of 2025. I hope. Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah, Mom. He got past 400, so I'm stoked for him about that. Thank you all so much for y'all support, man. Super, super appreciated. But we were talking about Bad Batch earlier, and we talked about Bad Batch a little bit last week. But I'm kind of excited for Skeleton Crew just because it takes place. It comes out December 4th, so I'm excited for that. It's gonna be something to watch around Christmas time. That's gonna be fun. Rogue One. Hey, that dude, I think it earns the 3rd title spot. I think it really fucking earns that, man. I totally agree. It's a very well done film, and honestly, I kind of thought Solo was pretty good too. I think it's a really fun movie. People talked a lot of shit. Brandon, I do see you, bro. They see you in the comments, bro. They see you, man. I see you, bro. You're in the live chat too. But yeah, Rogue One is absolutely fantastic. It's just very, very fun to watch. And Andor season 2 is the thing about that show is it's kind of like I was expecting it to be more like NCIS or something, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. And I'm gonna look at my notes real quick to see is there anything y'all want to talk about specifically, chat? Y'all holler at me if y'all want to bring up something. We can just shoot the shit a little bit. We talked about Commander Cody, the brand new release with the Revenge of the Sith packaging. Absolutely awesome. We talked about Savage Opress, that new head sculpt, and we got a little look at the body. If y'all seen that, you can go Google it. I do have a picture on my phone. The Wolfman Skeleton Crew, that figure looks absolutely amazing. We're getting an OT alien that's so freaking cool, newly sculpted. We are, even though Acolyte was canceled, we are still getting the Kalnaka figure because there was a leaked picture of his lightsaber. So that's pretty sweet because, dude, I'm pretty sure a lot of Black Series collectors and Star Wars fans still want a Wookiee Jedi. Like, that's just fucking sick, man. We didn't get to talk about it, but there is another leaked picture of the Moff Gideon helmet. So we are getting a season 3 Mando armor version of Moff Gideon. A lot of people really liked that armor. We went through and did our Treat Your Shelf segment where we show off our new recent pickups and stuff like that. And Hyper sent me a hell of a gift box for my 400 subscriber mark, and I was just the amount of stuff that he sent me, I was just extremely, extremely honored to have. We got 4 upcoming, well, technically 3 now because New York Comic Con already happened, but we've got 3 more events for like toys and Black Series coming, so that's going to be exciting. I love the Star Wars. Solo came out. Yeah, man, the bad thing about Solo was it kind of came in after, what was it? Not Rise of Skywalker. Or was it? Yeah, in between the sequel movies, and it was like right after. So, like, it was very bad timing for Solo. It was, because I forget the actor's name who played Han. I liked his interpretation of Han. I thought he did a very good job. Isaiah, dude, I totally agree. That's why I liked Acolyte a lot. I know there was some issues with it, but there was a lot of good in it, too. the Skywalker saga is OG. That is going to be the purest form of Star Wars, more than the prequels, more than anything Disney has put out, more than anything Dave Filoni himself has put out. The Apprentice of George Lucas. I like having a story that doesn't have to do with the Skywalkers. You get brand new characters, new plot lines. I don't know, man. There were some misses in Acolyte, and there were some hits. Yeah, dude. I could definitely see Solo getting a trilogy, or like getting another movie added on. I think that would have been epic, man. I think that would have been really freaking cool. But as Matt said, unfortunately, it just came out at a bad time, and it just during those sequel movies, it just wasn't the right time for Solo, unfortunately. And the figures, I've seen some collectors. I've watched some videos where they have their little section of Solo. Actually, I believe Matt Bryan, I believe you have a little Solo section in your collection, if I remember correctly, when I watched your 4-year collection tour not that long ago. Hey, Hyper, thank you for joining, man. I won't roll on much longer without you, dude. We just still have a lot of people in chat, and I just really enjoy talking with y'all. So Hyper is still with us, y'all. So that's awesome. Definitely, man. The Acolyte being so far from the saga made it feel different in a good way. Isaiah, I totally agree, man. And like the use of line work in the Acolyte was so cool. Why would Jedi not use the Force to kind of inhibit or enhance their like physical abilities? Darth Maul does that with his form 6 is Juyo, or form 4 is Ataru. Juyo. I'm getting mixed up. The lightsaber forms are a lot. I used to know all the 7 lightsaber forms, but hey, thank you so much, dude. Thanks, Timbo. Thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, dude. So, man, it's Hyper. That Solo, we were just talking about that. So underrated, man. And that movie deserved more love, and it just came out at a bad fucking time, man. Doug said he's got a dozen Solo figures. Dude, it was just a fun fucking movie. It was really good, and I like seeing the like upcoming of Solo, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you for hanging, Timo. I really appreciate it, man. Dude, this is I just love doing this, man. Me and Hyper have been wanting to do something like this for a long time, and we just enjoy talking with all of you, dude. So is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything specific or anything? Yeah, we can keep rolling on about Acolyte, man. That's cool with me. I think that show got so much more hate than it deserved, and the fact that it was getting downvoted like it did, and I get it, the acting there were some acting parts that weren't that great. You can pick apart any kind of parts of Star Wars. There's some cheesiness in all of Star Wars, but I don't know, man. I just felt like it got way, way more hate than it deserved. And as much as Leslie Headland's kind of a little far out there, I feel like that show was just, there were some elements that weren't well written, but the idea of it was great. And like the only thing was, I kind of was under the interpretation that it was going to be based more on like, I thought we were going to get more insight to the Sith and stuff like that, but it wasn't, and like murder mystery, but it wasn't really like that. The mystery was solved in the first episode, you know? Yeah, man, I've actually thought about getting into the High Republic comics. They look pretty good. They look really neat. And just like, I know the High Republic is kind of like right before the Jedi. They were like at the height of their power right before they really fell, you know? And the High Republic costumes, that yellow with like the gauntlets and stuff like that is just very neat looking. That's another thing. Hey, stay right there, everybody. Just grabbing Jackie and Soul here, because these are awesome. You know what? I'm just going to grab everybody. I'm going to grab Indara, May, Soul, and Jackie. Feel how you want about the show. These figures are incredible. Now, we were just talking about these figures earlier, but like Indara here she's very plain. That's the only thing. She's got a little bit of a wash on her tunic. I don't know if it's showing up really bright for y'all or not, but she's the most plain of the figures. There's not a whole lot going on, just a plain white tunic underneath, so I left the robe on her. But the articulation of this figure, the buck that it's on, is incredible. The photo reel is very nice. It looks just like the actress. I forget her name. She plays in Matrix, but got the little teardrops right there on. A very good looking figure. The photo reel is on point. And then among my favorite of the figures is Jackie here. And the paint on her, like I said, the first feline species ever in the line in Black Series. This was an instant pickup. I knew it, and the fact that it's I want to say her name is Daphne King or something like that. She played X-23 in Logan, but the paint on her is just so cool. These horns on the side, like I said, just a feline species is just incredible in the line. She's a female Jedi, very cool. She's got this very nice green and sculpted on her belt. There's some nice goldish brass, and like I said, just you can see these deep cuts, just super well articulated, and just all of these bucks are brand new molds. All these figures, just superb sculpting, man. And then getting to my favorite character, Soul here. This was dude. I love the gauntlets. I'm trying to get that in focus. It's hard to pick up on camera, but these gauntlets are just so beautiful, so elegant looking. And this the yellow that they have for the Old Republic is just really sick. Yeah, man, it's cool. Like I was saying earlier, I'm cool with getting more like female, like alien Jedi, or like even just female alien characters in general, dude. You know. Black Series Collector, what are your opinions? You like? I mean, obviously you bought her, but you know some people feel different when they get it in hand. What are your opinions on Jecki, man? I think she's fantastic. Like I said, brand new sculpt, a new like petite female Jedi body. There's like for customizers, this is endless. You know, you can do a lot with this. Make your own Jedi. I really like the green color of the saber. It's got a very juicy, vibrant green color, and just her belt here. This green and brown with with the chocolate brown in the middle, and then that kind of like lighter chestnut. I just love the color scheme so much. I love it very much, man. And she's a fun figure and just a good looking figure. And then May, some of the more controversial characters, man. This armor is cool because it's kind of like reminds me of Dank. She's like actually showing up really well. The photo reel is very nice. I like the gradient from the purple to the orange in her dreads here or her braids. And her costume is kind of based off old Byzantine armor. So I really thought that was really badass. And then she's got this kind of like cross skirt sash on her little skirt area here. There's some nice like chainmail sculpting. These figures are, and I get they're new media, so they put a little more money into the bucks and the molds and stuff like that. But these are really awesome figures. And then you got the weapon storage up underneath. You can put her throwing knives in this little pouch, or not pouch, but a pocket right there. I got one in her hand. But I just think these are great. Troy, I agree, man. Anything alien, I just feel like I have to support, especially prequel or OT related. I just feel like it's our duty as Black Series collectors. Yeah. Oh, dude, Jecki. If you're talking about Jecki or May, but yeah, Jecki is absolutely phenomenal, man. Yeah, dude, they're all great figs. Brian, I feel you, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. But yeah, you got to get Kalnaka, man. A Wookiee Jedi, can't pass that up, man. No freaking way. Yeah, Wookiee Jedi's instant buy. Instant buy. And he's going to come with this green blade, too. Hopefully he's a good size. I wonder what kind of scale he's going to look like next to Chewbacca and like Black Chrysanthemum. I doubt he's a little more slim than Black Chrysanthemum, and he's not quite as tall as Chewie. So I would think that they would give him a brand new sculpt, hopefully. Somewhere maybe in between. Except that Dumbo Fig and Skeleton Crew. Dude, I was kind of excited for that because it was, I guess it's Max Rebo's species, I reckon. But I don't know. Then I seen the more in-hand promo pics, and his clothes look really like, they look very vibrant, a little too bright for me. I feel like they need to be knocked down a little bit. That bright, like orange and red. People are kind of like making fun of it and calling it a McDonald's toy because it does have that color scheme. But especially with the new sculpt, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully they give it a brand new sculpt because I feel like Kalnaka deserves that. And they've already put all the money into these figures and the brand new Jedi molds, female and male. I just feel like they wouldn't why would they cheat out on Kalnaka? It's new media, it's Disney, so hopefully. Yeah, dude, the come over is it's almost cute. I don't know how I feel about it. Like it's cool, but come on, Troy. I feel like the side is throwing me off with the hairstyle. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna look pretty good. Like I said, like if you enjoy the show and you want to get the figures, I just like I was saying, like Matt said earlier in the chat, like there's just no real connection or relevance you have to them. You know what I'm saying? So until then, I like to watch the show or whatever, like Enterprise or IP franchise I'm watching, and then I want to get the connection. Then I'll get some figures, but until then, I just don't see the point in it. Yeah, I feel you, dude. Man, I have a feeling those probably will go on clearance. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's cool how they're sending it out a little bit before the show comes out because that's how they used to do it back in the day. Like before, like for episode 1, they came out a couple months before the movie came out, just to help kind of the marketing and stuff. But yeah, Isaiah is talking about getting the Skeleton Crew figures. Are you getting Isaiah? Are you going to get Neil, or are you going to get like the whole wave? You going to get all the kids? Because I'm curious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some customizers, like I'm not super hardcore. Most of the time I'm fine with just buying it, taking out the box, and putting it on my shelf. I'm one of those collectors, but there are some people who want to take it to their own level. So the thing was that with that, like Timbo was saying earlier, he wants to have some random kids in his comic shop or his donut shop as 1/12 scale. I think that would be pretty sick. Probably cantina. Yeah, I could see him fitting into the cantina for sure, man. Throw a hat. Hey, man, if it works, dude. Doug, you gonna pick up the whole wave, man? I hear you, dude. Like I said, man, it kind of reminds me of Goonies, and like I know a lot of people are comparing it to Stranger Things, but I just like that old school vintage vibe. I know it might not exactly have that same vibe to it as Stranger Things or Goonies, but the fact that it's a bunch of kids going on an adventure in the Star Wars universe, just the possibilities are really endless there, and I'm just really curious. I hope it's good. It might not be, but my hopes is that it turns out really awesome. My fingers are crossed for that. But I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I hope it's just a fun little adventure we all get to go on. Yeah, Wolfman and Neil. Neil, at first I was like, yep, I'm getting Neil, no doubt. But like I said, the colors were a little too bright in my opinion. It kind of turned me off. But yeah, Wolfman is an instant buy, dude. That thing is Brutus. Captain Brutus looks fantastic. Yeah, man, I think it's great. And I'm not saying Doug is a completionist. I don't know exactly how he collects. I don't know if you just collect what you like or whatever, but like, it's cool, man, having a dedication to a line where you are like that. I think that's great. I'm just a little bit different. I just buy what personally connects with me or just things that I like, Yeah, man, I hope it is too, man. That's the thing. People go in with such a bad notion. You got to have some positivity, man, because that shit will start to influence your mind. You got to think positive because the negative it's like the dark side, man. It'll grow. You got to feed the light side. Yeah, Wolfman, 100%, Troy. Dude, the flintlock looking pistols and then the 4 holsters on the chest. It's just very piratey looking. And I know he's a pirate in the show, but it really emulates that pirate. It encapsulates that pirate vibe so much. And I feel like there's something that's not a whole lot explored. It's been more explored in like Rebels because of Hondo and stuff like that. A little bit of Clone Wars because of Hondo, but what was the other thing I was saying? Rebels when they were. Oh, Mom, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I know it's late. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I'm sure they would all look great, man, on the shelf together, no doubt, no doubt. And I hope the show's good, so even people like are glad to have the figures. Passing on Skeleton Crew, Brian. I feel you, dude. Yeah, for sure. Gotta watch the show, man. At least check it. I gotta give it a chance. Because the first time there were some things I'm rewatching Ahsoka at the moment. I just watched Shadow Warrior a couple of days ago. I have 2 more episodes to go or 3 more, something like that. But that episode of Shadow Warrior with Ahsoka, eventually I would like to do whenever Ahsoka season 2 comes out, I kind of want to do a stream of me and Hyper's thoughts on season 1 and maybe predict for season 2. But Ahsoka was just now that I'm rewatching it, and then I have the 2-pack in hand, like I don't know, man. I was really hyped watching it over again and seeing that part with Anakin at Hayden with Rosario is just some of peak Star Wars, man. And then seeing the Clone Wars flashback, seeing the Mandalorian super commandos with the Mandalorians with the horns, seeing that in live action was just such a treat. And man, look at that figure. Is that not just so beautiful? Absolutely love this thing, man. Absolutely love this thing. Stone Mandalorian. Oh, Brandon, that's my buddy Hyperdrive Collection 6460. Go check out his channel too, bro. Go subscribe to him. That's I've actually met him through YouTube on our channels. We just subscribed to each other and was commenting on each other's stuff a lot. And we decided we wanted to do something a little more fun. We were just going to get to know each other, bro, and do a live stream just to like shoot the shit, ask each other the questions about our collections. And it just kind of turned into this. It turned into the Stone and Hyper show. What with this little podcast we've got going on. And we've had a lot of fun doing it, dude. We've been making a little splash. It's fun. Hey, Isaiah, I like that. That's Mama Mando. That's dope, dude. I can't wait to tell her she's got a little nickname. That's sick. Night, Mama Mando. That's sick. Changes all will get Vane. Oh yeah, dude. He was in Mandalorian too, man. I forget what his species is. Matt, you're good with like weapons and alien species, I believe, or at least I know for sure weapons. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot with Star Wars. We all know this. But yeah, the Vane would be sick, man. Like I said, he was in Mandalorian. Yeah, Enoch, man, I was commenting on your review, man. I actually just uploaded mine. I forget a couple days ago now. I love your review, man. But I commented on your review and I was telling you, I was like, man, I didn't like the Roman war mask at first. I was like, why would you ruin such a beautiful, perfect design as the classic Stormtrooper? And I love these 2020 bucks. But it started to grow on me, man. It really started to grow on me. I think it's beautiful. It looks fantastic. Yeah, Enoch is absolutely an incredible figure. Absolutely incredible. Sosa, Hyperdrive Collections. Yep. Pissed Walmart sent the tube out to the wrong address, so I had to get my money back. And oh man, yeah, that's annoying, dude. That sucks, Troy. Waiting on it to come in from eBay. Yeah, that's annoying, man. Walmart can be really. I'm surprised that they had the pre-orders for Cody. Commander Cody went very smoothly. Actually, I was surprised, man. I snagged 2 very easily. I was very surprised. But yeah, Walmart's going to Walmart, man. It's very weird. Matt Bryant, I did not know he was a Nikto, man. That's very interesting to me. I did not know he was a Nikto. He's very like, yeah, I guess I can kind of see it now. I was thinking of a Weequay. Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay, a Nikto. That's right. Brandon, you're a trip, bro. Bro, everybody can see your comments, bro. Everybody can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. Dude, Isaiah, I said the same exact thing in my review. I said the same exact thing. They are a lot more matte. They have a more matte finish to them than the OT. Here, I'll just grab them real quick. They're way more matte than this glossy finish on the OT. Now, this is the 40th Return of the Jedi card back one. And I don't know if you're picking that up on camera. You can kind of see the glossiness on this one from the light, maybe. It might be hard to see on camera, but this one on my left, or your right, I guess, I don't know how it is on camera, but is way more glossy. Got way more of the gloss look than this Night Trooper. And I was rewatching Ahsoka to see that point. I was like, maybe they actually are more of a matte white in Ahsoka. But I was watching it and got lost. I haven't gotten to the end scene with all the Night Troopers, but getting pretty close. Yeah, dude. June 1st, maybe he'll come a little bit sooner. Maybe he'll get delayed. It's hard to tell sometimes with Hasbro, man. They're like super on point or just like all over the place. It's really weird. Hondo's a Weequay. That's right. Yeah, because he's got those cool dreads and that really like rough, porous skin, almost like rocky looking skin. That's right. Bro, I was pulling up your comments earlier, dude. Yeah, that's true. Because honestly, I could totally see putting a wash on these Night Troopers just to make them a little more grungy looking. Because it does look a little too clean, in my opinion. I feel like some zombie troopers would be a little more grungy looking. But this is a 2-pack of the year, in my opinion. I love this set so much, man. The gold paint is incredible. All the new sculpting, or I should like retooling, and the paint. Because this is not just gold. These gold cracks is not just paint. Like that is sculpted in cracks. So that is new like retooling. All these ribbons, new sculpting. So really epic. And like we were saying earlier in the stream, it would be really cool if they kind of like if they gave us some more variants of these and like gave us some different ribbons and shoulder pads, give us one more of these with the right leg done and stuff like that, and then you can buy a couple of these and then mix match them. The next thing you know, you got 2, 3, 4, 5 variants of Night Troopers. You know, you can add some variety to the shelf. But and then there's gray on the front of the mask with the gold cracks. Just absolutely fantastic, man. And Matt actually mentioned this in his review too. The one thing I don't understand is why they put the flashlight. This is the newer, the Mandalorian version of the E11. The classic E11, like the one in my hand here, you can see the classic E11 doesn't have that little attachment, the little flashlight right here. And I actually prefer the black, the all black plastic compared to this gray. Just looks better in my opinion. But I don't know why they use the newer E11. I like the older E11. So kind of interesting why they went that route, but that's a nitpick. That's a very, very little nitpick. Matt, thank you so much, man. Your various critters. I totally understand, man. Thank you so much for joining, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night, man. Thank you so much. Getting back to, let's see here. Lord Sosa, my cousin. What'd you say, bro? You see about George Lucas explaining General Grievous originally and got that cough from the loud pack he's smoking? No, I do remember that, bro. I actually do. That's why he got that cough. He's been smoking that loud. I'm smoking that Grievous pack right now. Hey, yes, sir. Isaiah, haven't seen the show, but for the price, just the Imperial Troopers I had to get. Isaiah, I totally recommend watching it, man. Ahsoka was there were some parts with Sabine that people are kind of indifferent about with her using the Force and stuff like that. I don't mean to spoil you anything for you, but I would highly recommend checking it out, man. I really enjoy it. Everybody giving some love to Matt. So cool to see him in chat. Very well known to the community. It's just very kind of him to stop by, man. I appreciate all of you stopping by and hanging out, man. Hey, Uncle Doug smoking the kind. Yes, sir. Well, shit, y'all smoking too? Y'all want to give me a second to blaze up real quick? And I'll light one up with y'all. I just didn't want to stop talking. I don't want y'all to leave me because I'm having a good time. But if y'all are ready, I'm not going to go much longer because I don't want to do this too long without hyper. But the fact that we're just having a good conversation, man, I crave this, man. I used to talk to my brother a lot about Star Wars, but I did lose him in a hit and run in 2022. So this is kind of why I started my collection. I just wanted to reach out to new people and talk about Star Wars, man. I just really enjoy doing this. Oh, dude, yeah, you need to. I know you're watching this. I'm not. You'll see. Kind of, not really. I'm gonna let you see. I know you're rewatching Rebels, so you can see. I know you're rewatching Rebels before you watch Ahsoka because it does help. Hey, you know I got that Grievous pack. Hey, thanks, Doug. I'm glad you're having a good time, man. That makes me so fucking happy, dude. That makes me so happy. Brings me joy, dude. I like hanging out with all you. I did start the first episode, and yeah, the aspect wasn't the most interesting to me, but I'll finish it after I start. Yeah, dude, I feel you. I totally feel you, man. I don't know, man. I really, like I said, I've been rewatching it. I just watched Shadow Warrior. I was talking about the flashbacks with the Clone Wars, just so beautifully done. There's some few mistakes you could point out, but it's not that bad, man. I just really enjoyed it. And then just seeing Ahsoka go from this, like, people were saying she was like a bore, but you got to think, dude, Ahsoka, she has lost everything. She left the Jedi Order, abandoned Anakin. Anakin became Vader. She's had to live with that. She fought Vader in Rebels. Just watched those 2 episodes with my cousin Brandon, actually, where they find Maul the Shadow, and Maul just absolutely slays the Inquisitors like it wasn't shit. And they go to get the Sith holocron, but hitting chat real quick. That Enoch 2-pack is peak. Hey, Apollo, what's up, dude? Pass the Dolce to the left-hand side. I don't know which side that is to y'all, but passing it all around. The fact that there are Night Sisters has me hyped. Oh, dude, 100%, Isaiah. it's something that's still not a whole lot explored that was just in little segments of the Clone Wars. Like I'm reading through Dark Disciple and reading through it, and they're obviously it's Ventress, Quinlan Voss, and Count Dooku. They're I don't know if you know about that book, but Quinlan Voss and Ventress are teaming up to assassinate Count Dooku, and they end up falling in love. And Ventress sacrifices herself to save Quinlan Voss for Count Dooku's Force light, and it ends up dying. Well, Quinlan Voss and Obi-Wan bring Ventress back to Dathomir and put her in the waters of Dathomir, and somehow she resurrected, as we've seen at the end of Bad Batch Season 3, with the yellow fucking saber. That's the figure that I want. I want Ventress with the yellow fucking lightsaber, dude. That's what I fucking want. Troy, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad, man. I'm glad, guys. That's fucking awesome. I love this so much, dude. Count Dooku Prime versus a... Ooh. Hey, my cousin Lord Sosa coming out with a chat. What do you think, man? Count Dooku versus... Count Dooku... Dude, man. Brandon, I hate to say this, man, because I love Ahsoka, but Dooku would smoke Ahsoka. Dooku would smoke Ahsoka, dude. I hate to say it because I love Ahsoka, but no way, dude. Hyper, Ventress in the black cloak. Dude, that would be fucking sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, bro, Ventress with the white hair, the little white comb over, and the fucking yellow saber with her like bounty hunter get up. We need that, dude. We need that shit. Hey, everyone's smoking that Grievous good, that Grievous Pat. Got that Grievous cough. Say what? Ahsoka's prime stuff? Dude, you got to think, man. I get Ahsoka was trained by the Chosen One himself. Like, she is Anakin's protege. But Dooku was a master swordsman, one of the best in the entire Jedi Order out of hundreds, thousands of years. Super skilled, was beaten by none other. This dude would spar with Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just saw Jedi Tales. Prime Dooku went crazy. Yeah, dude, he took Yaddle out, which I don't know. I know there's not like power levels in Star Wars. I know there's like a 1 to 9 scale or 1 to 7 scale, whatever it is. That Lucas and them came up, but yeah, dude, Dooku annihilated Yaddle. Maybe not annihilated, because Yaddle showed up. She showed up, man, and I don't know, dude, but Dooku took it. Dooku's the one that took it, man. See, even Hyper agrees with me. Dooku all day. Dooku all day. The Grievous pack hitting right. Isn't Dooku? Dooku is. See, Dooku's lightsaber form 2 Makashi, it is designed for lightsaber to lightsaber combat. That is what Makashi Form 2 is used for, and that is Dooku is the master of Form 2. The Dooku Yaddle episode hits dead. That shit isn't. There's so much symbolism in that show, like when she gets smashed by the door when Dooku brings it down on her, and then you start to see it randomly open up, and then Emperor Palpatine's blinded by the light that's coming through from the door that Yaddle's opening, and she brings it up and is just standing there badass, and obviously that took her out, and she ended up passing out. But that, man, insane. Yeah, dude, he wasn't, because he was conflicted, man. He didn't want to kill Yaddle. Dooku did not. Dooku is so misunderstood, man. He just got greed and corruption got to him, man. Dooku was a good guy doing sometimes the right thing, doing things the right way is the wrong way in some cases, and that's what Dooku felt like that the Jedi Order was falling to. Getting more involved with politics and becoming like soldiers more than peacekeepers. That's not the Jedi follow the will of the Force, not the will of this council that we're taking orders from. Obi looked like shit both times. Dude, there's actually a part in Clone Wars where there's a part where Dooku. This is another thing, dude. Another reason why Dooku would smoke Ahsoka. Dooku would regularly fight Anakin and Obi-Wan at the same fucking time, and like have them on their fucking toes. So Form 3 Sorisu is Obi-Wan's lightsaber form. He's the master of that. Even Plo Koon says he's the master of Sorisu, Form 3. That's the defensive lightsaber form. Whereas Jim So, Form 5, that's Anakin's form. Very heavy-handed, strong, but meant for a strong individual. He would put Obi-Wan on the offense when his form is defensive, and put Anakin on the defense when his form is offensive. And dude, straight up dueling Anakin and Obi-Wan, two of the most talented, well, maybe not Force user as far as Obi-Wan goes, because believe it or not, Obi-Wan was not that great of a Force user. Obi-Wan was one of those guys where, like, it wasn't talent meets hard work. It was hard work meets hard work. Obi-Wan trained and sparred to get how he was. Anakin was just naturally gifted. Second time. Dooku's the man. Yeah, man. Dooku is one of my favorite villains for sure, man. Would you say Darth Maul is the most athletic Sith? See, the thing about Maul, I think Form 6, I forget what form that's called, but 100%, man. And the thing about him is he's so athletic, because he's so coordinated, because he uses the Force to manipulate his movement and enhance his strength. Like his lightsaber blows, his acrobatic and moving. He's using the Force when he's using that form. It's Form 6, I forget what it's called. It's not Jim So. I used to know all 7 lightsaber forms, but I forget, man. But yeah, dude, Ahsoka would. I'm not going to say. Maybe smoke is a strong word. Dooku would beat Ahsoka mid to high difficulty. I'm not saying Ahsoka wouldn't put up a fight against Dooku, because, like I said, she's the protege of the Chosen One. Anakin trained her firsthand, you know. And then just seeing her as Rosario Dawson's interpretation as a more mature, collected, very strategic, logical Ahsoka, just because of Anakin's teachings and her just being paranoid of the way that everything went down. Anakin was the pinnacle of what a Jedi. He was the poster boy of the Clone Wars, and he fell to the dark side. What did that say for her? You know, so for her to be like very boring and stoic in the beginning of the season of Ahsoka, like, when you're depressed and you're going through shit, you're not always chipper all the time. Ahsoka was going through shit, dealing with the loss of Anakin, you know? But what I want to see is, I want to see Luke and Ahsoka talking about I want to see Luke telling Ahsoka that Anakin was redeemed in the last few minutes, in his last moments of life there on the Death Star 2. I want to see how that conversation went, because it was that Book of Boba Fett season 2, I believe, when Grogu's with Grogu's with Luke. I'm sorry. There's just so much more that could be explored. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Troy. Yeah, 8 times out of 10, he wins. I really do think so. Unless Ahsoka is like, maybe she's got the home turf, or she's like had time to plan ahead of time, and Dooku's wounded or something like that. But Prime versus Prime. Yeah, maybe high difficulty. I just feel like Dooku takes it, man. Dooku is one of the best swordsmen ever in the Order, and just ever known. You know, the fact that he came up with Yoda after just dueling now granted, not a Prime Anakin, a very young Padawan Anakin, but Attack of the Clones, he had also a very experienced but not experienced Obi-Wan, a younger Obi-Wan. Just dueled them and then took on Yoda. Granted, he fled when he got the chance to, but he rolled with Yoda, dude. That's got to say for something. Yeah, that too. Clearly, all power. I forget. Damn, I used to know the line. I'm forgetting it now. Cannot be settled by the Force, but by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skill with a lightsaber. And then they duel. Dude, one of the sickest scenes in Attack of the Clones is all the Jedi in the Geonosian arena, and then seeing Dooku and Yoda fight. That's the first time we really see Yoda fight. You know what I'm saying? So seeing him do all those flips and shit was just insane, dude. Absolutely grand time. Absolutely grand time. Well, y'all, we are approaching 3 hours. So I think that's a good point to call it. I don't want to roll on too long with Hyper. In the future, I may end up oh yeah, dude. You turn her against me. Yeah, dude, that Revenge of the Sith is just another level, man. Revenge of the Sith is super, super intense. Yeah, redeemed to a point. What I told you was true from a certain point of view. Yeah, Obi-Wan, shut the fuck up, Obi-Wan. You're a dick, you lying asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, Obi-Wan was kind of true. But yeah, dude, that whole scene, man. I brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire. Your new empire? Don't make me kill you. Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy. If you're not with me, then you're against me. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Pulls out his lightsaber. I will do what I must. You will try. One of the most iconic dialogue in all of Star Wars, dude. One of the most iconic, just Revenge of the Sith is OG, man. There might be some back and forth lines or a little bit. George Lucas is not a writer. He's a visionary. He's not good with words, but as far as vision goes and like ideas and creativeness, George Lucas is your man, dude. Yeah, dude, 3 hours. Yeah, it did go by, man. It did go by. Honestly, I would go on even longer, but I know my wife is probably ready for me to call it. It's 11 o'clock. It's getting kind of late. But like I was going to say, eventually in the future, I love streaming with Hyper, and we are going to continue this show as long as it goes. But I also wouldn't mind. I do plan on doing some future live streams just solo in the future. So, because I just enjoy doing this, man. As long as I got people to talk to and people to bounce off of like this and chat, we can go for a while, dude. I can talk about Star Wars all fucking day, honestly. If Grievous had the mindset of Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan with the mindset of oh yeah, dude. See, the thing about Maul, and like I said, my favorite character, I have a tattoo of him. Super big Maul fan. He's my favorite character in all Star Wars, probably, or at least top 5. But the thing about, I love Maul, but I understand why not to idolize him, because he is the definition of arrogance. If Darth Maul wasn't such a cocky fuck, he would be even more deadly. The thing about Maul is he knows he's a skilled assassin. He knows he's got the skill and strength and talent and agility to beat whoever he wants to, if he wants to. I'm not saying he's going to beat everybody or anybody, but Maul is not one to run away from fights. Very aggressive. Zabraks are known for their aggressiveness. But I just feel like, I don't know, dude. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought, y'all. Y'all keeping up with me, chat? I done lost my train of thought. I was talking about Maul. Oh, just his arrogance, man. If Maul wasn't such an arrogant fuck, he wouldn't have gotten cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi. That he got cut in half because he was gloating. He was literally watching Obi-Wan hang, hitting the edge of the mine right there on Naboo, hitting sparks over Obi-Wan, like basically like showboating, like ha motherfucker, I got you. Like he showboated, and that's what lost him the fight. Had he had not done that, Maul would have won that fight, and the Sith would have gotten Anakin, and Order 66 would have happened way before it even did, honestly. But yeah, dude, Darth Maul he's got the skill and strength to be formidable. He's just so fucking arrogant. That's where you got to learn from Maul. He's badass and he can hold his own in a fight, but you can't be cocky and think you're the guy everywhere you go. There's always a bigger fish, in the words of Qui-Gon Jinn, my favorite Jedi. There's always a bigger fish. Grievous be running around. Now he's overconfident with the Jedi Hunter abilities versus a perfect defense Obi-Wan with an offensive thought of Vader. That would be insane too, dude. Because the thing, hey, Brian, thanks for hopping by, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for joining the stream and hanging out for a little bit, man. But, yeah, dude, that would be insane. The thing about the Tarkovsky Clone Wars, the 2003 animated version, the 2D Clone Wars, that Grievous was a slayer. He was a fucking monster, dude. He was a Jedi killer, and he was menacing. Now, Episode 3, and even Clone Wars kind of showed that. Clone Wars showed how formidable Grievous was. He was trained by Count Dooku, man. I was just talking about how amazing Dooku is. His knowledge of the Force and mostly lightsaber skill, really, is just superb. It's second to none other than maybe Yoda or even Mace Windu. Mace Windu and Yoda are a close second to Count Dooku. But yep, later, Brian. Yeah, dude, Grievous like I said, absolute slayer, dude. Grievous was a force to be reckoned with. But like Clone Wars showed that, Tarkovsky showed that. But Revenge of the Sith kind of showed him. He was kind of like the fleeing villain. As soon as things get kind of rough, he's kind of cowardly. He's dipping the fuck out as soon as things get hairy. He's not sticking around to see what happens. But yeah, the old Grievous could lead me into war. Yeah, dude, because the old Grievous was just a menacing monster. He didn't care. He was trained by Dooku. The thing about Grievous too is whoever he fought, it didn't take but a couple lightsaber swings, and he already knew what style, what form they were using, and he would adapt to their style and use another form to counter or use the same exact style against them. And Mace Windu, it goes in, I think it's one of the Mace Windu comics or novels. Mace Windu kind of goes into depth, like it's like an in-thought process in the book or comic. And he was talking about how freaked out he was by Grievous's skill. When he was fighting Grievous, he noticed Grievous was learning and copying his moves as they were dueling. So he was like, Grievous is a dangerous, formidable opponent who needs to be kept an eye on. So, yeah, dude, because the thing about the Black Series 1, the sculpt for Grievous is wicked as hell. It is an awesome-looking sculpt. He's slightly underscaled. Wish he was a little bit bigger. But the articulation is just shit. The fact that you can't turn his wrists and he can spin his sabers and stuff like that, he needs some wrist articulation. He needs some more, because I think he does have elbow or bicep articulation. I forget which one. I think it's elbow or like forearm. But he needs some more articulation, man. But I can understand the way that the wrists plug into each other to make the two arms. I can understand how they would have a hard time making that articulated because the pieces are two solid pieces and they break apart. So to make those two pieces articulated and to have them pegged together would be tricky. So engineering-wise, what they could do maybe, Isaiah, is maybe do like where you have like alternate arms and you can have like where he's got just the two arms and then you pop those out and he comes with the forearms and maybe go something like that. Maybe the forearm version has like more articulation in the wrists and stuff like that. But I'm sure technology and engineering with action figures has come a long way in the past 10, 15 years. So who knows in the next couple of years when the Revenge of the Sith anniversary, which will be 2025 because it came out in 2005. That's the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, I think. 20th, 25th? Yeah, 20th anniversary. That's right. But because you said like he has those skills, but he also has that giant build to him with those strong. Dude, exactly. That's another thing that people don't understand about Grievous is his stature, all that weight and metal that he's made out of, that force. It's like the bigger the guy is, and he's throwing a punch. If he knows, because just because you have muscle, you have to know how to throw a punch. The more weight and torque and force you have behind a punch, the harder it's going to be, right? Same thing with fucking Grievous. It's this mechanical monster swinging at you with dude. Those strikes are going to be heavy, and you better be fucking ready for it. Brandon, you're stupid, bro. Dude, yeah, the possibilities now, man, like the thing that's weird to me, dude, is the fact that they haven't done any more ball jointed wrists. They did it on Nayland Shield. Ki-Adi-Mundi has ball jointed wrists. Not just Nayland Shield, but the modal nodes. Modal nodes, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and I think the Acolyte figures have ball jointed. No, I'm sorry. No, they don't. I'm tripping. I didn't think so. I had to look real quick. There's some other figures that have ball jointed wrists. I can't remember, but we've only gotten like 4 or 5 figures with those ball jointed wrists. So I'm kind of curious what the deal is with those. But Off Kilter Collectibles, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in chat. I know I've seen you before in other streams and commenting on some stuff before, but never seen you in the live before. Welcome. Glad to have you, dude. We're actually getting ready to close it down. We're a little over 3 hours, but we're just talking some shit, shooting the breeze, man, talking about some Star Wars. Yeah, dude, it's just so, like, you would think that it would be easier just to start going with the ball jointed wrist and just start doing that uniform for every figure. So I don't know, like, I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm definitely not, like, I'm not the person who needs to be in that job, but it is kind of curious. Like, I wonder what the reason is behind that. They're just not giving lightsaber wielders double vertical wrists, and they still want to go with horizontal hinges. It's kind of strange. It's a strange choice, man. Put a Mando jetpack on Grievous, give his form. Dude, you're talking about a crazy custom. That would look fucking insane. Who knows? Yeah, dude. No, yeah, of course, man. Hakuna Matata, dude. Apollo 101, Merrick and the New Hera. That's who it was. I knew it's like 4 or 5 figures. Merrick and the New Hera has ball jointed wrists. And like, I get Marok, but why does Hera have ball jointed wrists? It's cool. I'm fine with that, and it works. But like, y'all gave her ball jointed wrists, but not like Indara, Sol, and Jackie. It's just kind of weird. They just randomly stopped. Was that like a one-time out there wave experiment? Like, I don't understand why they're not doing ball jointed wrists anymore. I thought that was a really cool implement upon the articulation. Kind of Black Series history, honestly, if you think about it. That's too overpowered. So yeah, facts, dude. Could you imagine fucking Grievous with Mando armor? Fuck that. Yeah, definitely weird choices, man. Very, very weird choices. Hey, does Hera from Rebels late? Hera from what, bro? What the hell? You talking about Frog Lady from Mandalorian, bro? That's what you're talking about. The hell? Lay eggs. What's everybody's opinions on Ahsoka? Like, we were kind of talking about that earlier, and we're kind of bringing up Hera and Murrock now. I know. I believe it was you, Isaiah, who said you've only watched like an episode or so. You were gonna finish it, and you got the pack of it or whatever. Yeah, ball jointed wrists are sweet, man. I wish they would keep that. Like I said, just a very cool implement upon the articulation, and it's kind of Black Series history if you think about it. What's up, baby? That was my wife coming to check on me. All right, y'all. I guess we're 3 hours over. I reckon we can call it for tonight. Like I said, in the future, I do plan on trying to do some solo streams. Of course, me and Hyper are still going to do our Stone and Mando show. Appreciate you all who have joined us tonight and tuned in. Chat was going off tonight. We talked about all the new reveals and some leaks. Talked about some Skeleton Crew, some Acolyte, Ahsoka. Dude, we were all over the place tonight, man. And chat was very lively, very fun. Word, bro. I let her know. Hey, bro, that Grievous pack, son. You already know, bro. But man, I appreciate you all tuning in. Go check out Hyperdrive Collections. I really appreciate everything he's done for me. We're helping each other's channels grow, and we just have a good conversation and stuff, dude. So go check out his channel. Go give him his channel some love. Check out some of his content. I have been posting a lot of reviews in the past week, like every day. I'm going to try to slow down a little bit. I was just kind of behind and trying to catch up on some figures. I got a pile of loot from Big Bad coming, like I was saying earlier in stream. So waiting for a good time to ship that over. But yeah, just trying to catch up on these figure reviews and get some of this stuff off my desk because I don't like to open it until I review it. You know what I mean? Because I'd let y'all look at the box and all that good stuff. But go check out my I just uploaded. So October 16th was the year anniversary of my channel, The Stone Mandalorian. And I started collecting in mid-August of October. What the fuck am I saying? It is late, I guess. A little too stoned, I reckon. But I started collecting mid-August of 2022. So I've been collecting for a little over 2 years. Had my channel going for a year. Hit 400 subs, of course. I'm very, very thankful. Yeah. Troy, thank you, man. Appreciate it. May the force be with you as well, my friend. Isaiah. Great, man. Y'all, we're going to try to start doing more regular streams. Like I said, we're going to try to start shooting for twice a month, every 2 weeks. So we'll try to start keeping y'all updated on times and dates and stuff like that. So we can do this again, man. Because I really enjoy talking with all of you about Star Wars. I've been wanting to do this for a long fucking time. Off Kilter Collectibles, no worries, man. It's all good. We'll definitely we'll hit it up next time. We'll totally hit it up next time. Got some cool chopping it up about this. Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Okay, man. But yeah, man, like I said, I just uploaded my full collection tour of 2024. So if y'all could go over and watch that. It's an hour and 15 minutes. It's a little bit long. Maybe next year when I do the 2020, when I do the new yearly collection tour, I'll kind of do it shelf by shelf or do it like a 2 or 3 part series. But it is an hour and 15 minutes long, so I know that's kind of long. I do kind of do a mix between short and long form content. But even if you have it on in the background or just come watch it for a minute, pop back out, watch some more of it later, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, just hit me up a like on it. Would like to see it get to at least 1,000 views. Just kind of bring me some a little bit more traffic to my channel. And like I said, man, you've all got me to 400 subscribers, dude, and I'm just super, super honored and happy. Just super elated, man. Yeah, bro. Sosa getting crazy on here, bro. saying that crazy shit. Use the Force, my boy. Like, saying that crazy shit. Hey, dude, thank you, Off Kilter Collectibles. I appreciate it, man. Get my fat ass out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. Like I said, I did just upload my full video on it, so please go check that out if you get the time, Kilter. I'd really appreciate it, dude. But yeah, man, I've been curating it for about 2 years. I got some other carded stuff on the wall back behind my computer and my desk and stuff, but I'm really happy with it. I still got to get some lights for my shelving, but right now I'm very pleased with it. But I do plan on getting another one of these kind of shelves so I can kind of keep this. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, another one of these kind of shelves so I can bring this and kind of have like one full wall of just shelves. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I'll move this one out the way, remodel my room a little bit, and I'll have 2 or 3 of these sitting up in here some kind of way. But like I said, I need some more acrylic stands and some lighting, like some light bars or some puck lights, and having all this lit up would just add to the, like, when I'm doing my streams and stuff even more. But super appreciate that, man. Really coming along. Thank you, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, love talking Star Wars, dude. He said the Force. You got to force it in. Your videos are looking really good. Well done. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I feel like when I first started my channel, Off Kilter, I don't mean to make this depressing or nothing, but I lost my brother in a hit and run, and that obviously sent me into a deep, dark spiral. And collecting me and my brother, Star Wars was everything. I can't remember a time in my life where Star Wars hasn't. I can't remember a time in my life where I don't remember Star Wars. And it was just me and my brother's thing growing up. So collecting this is kind of me feel. It's a way for me to kind of feel close to him. And my first ever figure was an Archive Commander Cody, and that was the one that sparked all this, man. I actually have him right here. Archive, my very first figure ever, my first Black Series figure ever, Archive Commander Cody. But I was gifted that by a family friend, and this hobby is just I do, like, I try to hunt, but I don't hunt as much as I used to. I weightlift, but me and my brother talked a lot. We weightlifted together, but we also talked about, like I said, Star Wars is our thing. We talk about Star Wars all the fucking time. Me and him were so deep in the lore, kind of like how all of you are. Us Star Wars, we have that our hardcore Star Wars fans, we just have that understanding of the deep, the lore. You know what I'm saying? But just makes me feel close to him, man. But that's, yeah. Man, because I remember you commented on my videos when I first started up my channel. I thought your name looked familiar. And like I said, I see you Out of the Basement streams, and I feel like maybe Monday Night Figure Ball a couple times. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate that, man. I've come, like I was saying, if you go back to my first reviews, and I sound pitiful and depressed as fuck, dude. But this really helped me heal, and I've gotten a lot better. My thumbnails look better. I feel like I kind of like I feel like my reviews are getting better. My thumbnails, my picture taking. I feel like me getting used to technology. Because, dude, I'm a caveman. I'm learning all this shit from scratch. I'm a nerd, but I'm not getting that kind of nerd. Unfortunately, I'm not a tech nerd. I'm more of like a comic, pop culture nerd. But I am learning all this as I'm going. But it's thank you, man. I appreciate that very much, dude. I appreciate that very. Luckily, I have an awesome, amazing, supportive wife and a good family and a few friends that I keep close, and I have a pretty decent village and good people behind me. So a good support system. I'm lucky for that. But y'all, let me sign off because I'm gonna just keep rambling on because I swear I could probably do this till like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm not even joking, but it sucks to hit this end stream button, man, because I love doing this. I love talking about Star Wars or fucking Spider-Man or whatever. But like I said, I do plan on doing some solo streams in the future so we can do this again. We'll keep y'all updated on any future dates and times we plan on doing the Hyper Show again. I think we're going to start doing it every 2 weeks, so that should be fun. And like I said, we'll keep you updated on that. But go check out Hyperdrive Collections. Show my collection video some love. It's very appreciated. I appreciate all of you who have liked and commented and supported me over this past year and got me to 400 subscribers. I just really appreciate it, man. Y'all have made this stream a lot of fun, and this chat has just been going off the whole time. We went over leaks, a bunch of cool shit, bunch of fucking cool shit. Remember the Spider-Man comment. Hey, man, we got to talk about, we're going to have more streams where we kind of talk about other things other than Star Wars, but this is my channel and Hybrid is mostly Black Series focused. Star Wars is our bread and butter. That's my passion. But we do love TMNT, Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men. There's some other franchises and stuff that we enjoy, man. But that is going to wrap it up for the third episode, the spooky stream of the Stone Mandalorian, the Stone and Hyper Show. Really appreciate all you tuning in, and I think I need to sign off with my helmet just because it's Halloween. Next year I'm gonna try to do something up and have a little more decorated. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but so appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream. Really hope y'all have a great rest of your night, and yeah, appreciate y'all, dude. Just need to sign off with that. Hope you all have a good night. Later, you awesome motherfuckers. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Bye, motherfuckers.